just as a bit of balance, and they've gone quite big. Like people messaging saying, "Are you doing another one today?" But to be fair, after the we did an impromptu one for the Huddersfield West Brom game, and like me and Raggy just ended up on for about 2 hours after the game, just getting pissed, talking nonsense for 2 hours. It was great. But yeah, it's been a bit weird, hasn't it? It's been a bit weird. Like, I mean, I didn't go down to Ellen Road the other day, and when obviously everywhere there, but it's like it's been a bit of a weird sensation. I think it were only last night and this morning that the penny started to drop, and I started looking at fixtures and transfers and looking at potential what Kit might look like. You know what I mean? All that type of stuff. Yeah. Other than that, for the last 2 days, it's not even felt like it's been real.
I've all my town friends, they've gone. They must have left the planet because I've not heard of. I haven't heard anyone.
Yeah, I was coaching Friday morning. I didn't even bother watching it, and then I had in updates coming up in my watch, and it said 1-0, and then 1-1. I thought, right, here we go. And I just got back in Cork, and one of my mates who I hadn't spoke to for a while, he messaged me on Facebook, and he was like, we might do it here. And then as he said that, my message came in from my dad saying 2-1. I was like, I somehow made it home because I didn't look much at road. You know, when I was driving, I was texting everyone, calling everyone. Like, I was like, I don't know if I've made it home.
I couldn't tweet fast enough. My thumbs are hurting from this weekend so much. And honestly, it's ironically, I was watching it with my dog. And as soon as Smith Rowe put that one in, I don't think I touched floor. I ran downstairs. I don't think my feet touched floor. And I'm just giving it big in it back garden, flag there. And then it's a blur then. I just Prosecco were out with a lot. You know, it's 16 years we waited for it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? A fair few people tuning in already, which is just crazy. LUFC Forever fan page. Yes, guys, love listening to you. Yeah, I've drafted into stand-in presenters. Raggy's gone to celebrate with his dad today. Ben's gone to his mum's, and Paddy's, I think, in a pub somewhere. So I've drafted in 2 able replacements. So we've got Shane all the way out in Seattle, of the US of A, and Danny, not quite in Seattle, but still in Yorkshire. But we've already had a complaint from Danny Robinson. Shane has no scarf. Get him off. Daniel Robinson is our set sort of critic. He always likes to see what's on the background. To be fair, I've not really put much effort in today. I've just got a beagle cushion and that's about it. But we're champions, aren't we? Don't need to put effort in anymore. We've done it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben's here, look. Oh, Ben, are they eyes or piss marks?
What?
Have you been drinking last night?
No, I wasn't, no.
All right. I was.
So the steady one. Just chilled out, watched some singing videos and stuff, and players going mad, and played "We Are the Champions" a million times.
Yeah, my wife's officially banned "Pump It Up." It's not allowed on anymore.
I took my Google Home into the kitchen while I was making tea and put it on, and Joe came in and kicked off. She wasn't happy. I can't hear TV.
Yeah. I've had to make a promise that today's the last drinking day, because I've been pretty much drunk since Friday.
They just need to be happy that we're happy.
Yeah, I said that to her exactly the same.
Yeah.
Ben says you should just be happy that we're happy.
I am happy that you're happy. However, I'm not happy when I can't get any sleep because you're snoring your head off.
So the main complaint is
I got that as well.
Yeah, same.
I think it's you're not on your own.
It's across the board, and it's like a prerequisite.
Of course it is. A few beers, you've got to bang some snores out, haven't you? Yeah. She gets a night off tonight though. She's on nights, so I can snore to me out's content. Nice. Annie Essen Boove says, "Hope you've got the lager and lime lollies ready." Yeah, I've not had one since that day when we scored. So yeah. So one of the main talking points today, James Campbell in Midfield. What do you think about Kiko starting? I think it sends out the wrong message. Bit of a contentious one for sure.
It does, but he served his ban, and maybe there's sometimes you've got to sort of let people learn the lesson.
I think the biggest issue is that he hadn't come out and apologised, in it, or we've heard nothing from him whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think if he'd have come out and said, "Look, it was misplaced. It was a heat at the moment. I'm really sorry. Don't condone racism," all that type of stuff. Then maybe we'd be a bit more sympathetic towards his cause. But I ultimately think today, and if he plays against Charlton, will probably be the last time we'll see him in a league shirt anyway.
Well, we've been taught to link with goalkeepers. There's the one from PSG from a few weeks ago. I think I've seen Angus Gunn today.
Yeah, the fancy Angus Gunn again, I think, don't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And obviously it looks like Mr. Tickle's going to get made permanent, so...
Yeah.
So that's one over the line, pretty much. What do you reckon to Jack Harrison, another year-long loan? It's not officially been announced by the club, but that one's happening, I think.
I think it makes sense. You can keep it sort of... We don't have to fork out the money now. I mean, we've got a bit of a problem with the Augustine thing. I don't know whether we can sell him at a little bit of a loss or whatever. And with everything with COVID and everything, there's not going to be as much money flying around, even though we're going to be £200 million better, sorry.
I'm just about to embark on a very dangerous thing. I'm going to give my son my bank card and tell him to go get some money out of the bank. I'm not sure I could do this. Oh, no, the wife's got me instead. Panic over. No. There's not much money in there anyway without you racing it.
What's this for about a fortnight here in my bank statement?
Yeah, mate, we already get enough of that as it is. Enough of that, to be honest. It's fortnight for him and Roblox for daughter. Here, look. Yeah, this is it. This is the life we live now. These things. Anyway. Andy Wood, a few people. Have a look. Bob Gob 8 says we need bigger houses. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Ben Parker, who came on the show when we scored the winner. Who sat on remote rewinding it? You. And Andy
I've not
Wood,
started watching it. I'm sat in my mum and dad's garden.
And Andy Wood, congratulations, guys. We did it. Talking Shut has played its part all season. Yeah, it's been a ride for sure for us, definitely. But yeah, got there in the end, haven't we? Which is the main bit. So just got that catch up. So you're watching at your mum's, Ben?
Yeah. I think go to my auntie's for tea. A nice steady celebration, family celebration.
Yeah, nice. And the problem is in our house, there's only me and our Judd that likes football.
Yeah, that's why I've come out, because Joe don't like football either. So
it's again a couple of beers and a beef dinner for us, I think.
Yeah, I tried showing her that Derby fan that were kicking off on 606 yesterday.
So
and she just didn't understand it at all.
So I just started giggling.
Just start giggling. It was just so like it was like a kid who'd been told they couldn't have a sweet, so they start telling them they're hated.
You could hear his heart breaking in his throat.
Yeah,
just that. Give him a guard of dishonour.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there'll be a guard of honour? That's the big debate. Do you think they'll do a guard of honour?
I think that I've seen that they're doing one.
Yes,
I hope so.
Inject it into my skin.
Oh,
God.
So.
They pan on every Derby player's face, especially like Forsyth and stuff that were there last year.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like a lose-lose as well, because if they didn't do it, then there's that big talking point, if it looks bad on them, whereas if they do it, then it's one up on us.
The thing is, there's so many threads to it, and I don't want to go on about it too much because, let's be honest, there is no rivalry between us and Derby. No. For me, the thing that irritated me was just the way they reacted, and Lampard and Sky and Mel Morris just dragged it on and on and on and on and on and on forever, and that's the bit that, I've got no problem with Derby, to be honest. I couldn't really care. I'll enjoy watching all the one for him and Dean Sturridge and people like that. But you've got Mel Morris saying that we're all dishonourable, and then he flogs his garden shed for 500 million.
But that's it exactly, isn't it? You've got all them things that guy was saying that Leeds are dishonourable and all this and all that, and they come to Pride Park and say this and say that. Who's been investigated for breaches of FFP? Whose players have been banned for drink driving and crashed cars, and got to the point where one of their players has pretty much had to retire and they've sacked him because they were drink driving.
Scapegoated him.
The one that they left in the car.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they ran off, fled the scene of an RTA, and then apparently You know what I mean? We're the bad ones. We have no dishonourability.
Then to chuck in, they smashed our locker room up, did a poo on floor. Did a poo
I think
on
Alioski
floor.
better leave one for them today.
He's already curling one out as we speak. But
what he should do, curl one out, stick his fingers in it, and then write champions 1920 on the wall in it.
1920.
My mum says that's disgusting.
What you should do is turd, half it, mail half to Lampard, and then leave the other half in the changing room. So other podcasts were about cheese. Today we're talking about shite. Brilliant.
Not just any, but Alioski's.
Yeah. So it'll be like some sort of special shit and all that. But like, that's the only thing. I don't care about Derby. They're insignificant, to be honest. I really don't care.
It's just fitting now that we said this when fixtures came out, that this game, it was going to come to this game, and either we were going to have to win it to be promoted or champions, and now we don't need to win. It's a celebration.
Yeah.
And that's even better.
Yeah, definitely. Andy Wood, this is the point, but I read a bit last night. I bet our summer signings will come from Italy, Spain, Germany. We've never heard of them, but we'll turn to great players. No, I think the rumours are from Sir Philip of Hay that it's going to be largely domestics and picking up the best players in the Championship. So Swift at Reading's been linked, Buendia, Ben Rama if they make a mess of it, Brentford. Angus Gunn, the goalkeeper, has been mentioned. Jackie Harrison, obviously, back on a season-long loan. And I think Leeds will have a right good go at getting Ben White as well.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, Kinnear's on about... Angus Kinnear's on about going for Ben White. I mean, obviously, it's going to cost a lot. Because Brighton know that we want him.
How far do you...
What's he doing? Oh, that's not a great look, Ben, that. I'll be honest. I'll chuck him out and get him back in. Yeah, the one on the Ben White's an interesting one because you can't help but feel that he's moving again now. I've got him back. You back, mate? You went all Norman Collier.
Yeah, my brother decided he'd go to Wi-Fi off.
Top man. Love you, brother.
What a tosser.
On the Ben White thing then.
It shouldn't be that bad with him doing that, though.
Looking from Ben's killing Wi-Fi in his mum's house.
You might have to be social and join us.
Oh, Ben, that sounds like you're getting some pressure to go and talk to people. Yeah. The Ben White debate then. Looking at it from Ben White's point of view, obviously, Man City are courting him, Liverpool are courting him. Leeds can offer him a pretty healthy wage in the Premier League next year with us if we can agree a deal with Brighton. And if he has another solid season in the Premier League, then them deals are still going to be there. And he's likely to go and play because he's then Premier League proven. So I think it's a win-win because let's be honest, he ain't going to go to Brighton and play because they signed they signed him there for 20 million. I think Duncan missed a game in most of the season. So, I think it's a good deal for him personally.
Do you think that Brighton are trying to play a game with us in order to get more money out of us?
Yeah, well, there's a rumour, and it is only a rumour, that some of the players got hold of his phone on the piss-up night and text the chief executive of Brighton saying he wants to put a transfer request in. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I really hope it is.
Yeah. He was outside leading Ben White sign him up chant, weren't he? We all fans Friday night.
The thing is,
that's never a good look if your player's doing that at another club.
Oh, I've just seen Lee Goldup's just messaged saying Huddersfield have sacked their manager, the Cowleys.
No way.
Oh, really?
That's a weird one, actually, because they just kept him up. Unless they've got someone big coming in.
Let me check. Why would they? I'm going to say, why would they sack
I'm going to go because I need to go get ready to go watch games. So I'll see you later.
See you soon, Paul.
Oh, yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
Why? I can't. It don't make sense to me, that.
That is a strange one for me because I thought they'd do well under, have their own pre-season, get their own transfers in. That's crazy to me. Is that?
To be honest, though, they can go where the Cowleys now, and the career highlight will be shooting Leeds United to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Get in. It is a bit of a strange one. I know they've struggled, but they've struggled with the hangover from the Premier League, haven't they? Really, No, I don't think it was.
Yeah, I will listen to on Radio Leeds. You know, the commentary from Matt Glennon?
Yeah,
and Oggy, and they were saying that they had such bad personalities in the changing room, and they had just really bad recruitment.
Yeah, the thing is, mate, it's always going to be like that because when they come down from Premier League, there's that thing, isn't there, of they get players who went to a Premier League side and they're on good money. They drop down to the Championship and they don't want to lose that good money, so they just sit and rabble-rouse to a point where the club want to pay them off to get rid of them, but the club don't want to pay them off. So they're like, right, well, make them be better, and then they just end up stoking it. Stoke, look at the problem Stoke have had. Really, on paper, their team should be there and thereabouts with some of the players. They just can't get a tune out because they've got problem child, haven't they?
Like Robert last season, before we played Stoke, he just says, I've not checked the odds. Like, well, check this 3-1. Do you know what I mean?
Kiss of death, that, weren't it? Do you know Gary Rowett applied for Leeds job while he was Derby manager?
No way.
Yeah, Daniel Robinson makes a great point. Always fear teams like Derby. Lower league clubs always bring their A game to Premier League clubs. That's right. It's
nice.
Cup final bit there, isn't it? Right, I've got a question for you, lads. Lots of debate on social media. What's your goal of the season? And I'll come to you first, Shane. What's been your goal of the season this season?
I'm agreeing with that with Erling, just for the technique of that volley is unbelievable, and for a right back as well. Roberts it was, but before Erling scored that at Hull, like that one was there. But that Erling volley was unbelievable.
Yeah, Danny.
Smith Rowe against West Brom. For a Leeds player, there's been loads, but I think I'd have to go with the Ayling volley, just out it's straight off the park and so sweet under the bar, under the bar against Town. Brilliant.
From an individual perspective, I'd have to agree with Ayling, but my team goal, and this is a bit left field, were Reading away the last minute. When we went full length at field, Costa cross takes a tiny deflection, and then Jack Harrison heads it in because that's a massively important goal. And then after that, Pablo against Swansea.
Oh, just in terms of how massive it was.
Yeah, best miss kick ever.
Yeah. Honestly, he could have put it anyway, but he chose to put it in the most minute spot. It was it was brilliant.
And the confidence to take a touch.
Yeah.
It takes a little nick in front of him, and some players have been guilty just trying to put the foot through it, and he just takes that touch just to give himself chance to
just experience it. Right place, composes himself, and then just honestly, when that went in, I threw my dog. I just and the dog went flying. Neighbours know I'm a Leeds fan now anyway.
Yeah, the Pablo one's an interesting one because it dawned on me about halfway through the season where I thought, do you know something? Pablo Hernandez is going to be one of them players that we're never going to really appreciate what we've had until he's gone. I went to the Trust event when they had the centenary exhibition on because we did a podcast for them, and we got invited to the opening, and Pablo Hernandez came to the opening, and he took a couple of questions, and Ben Shires of Blue Peter fame were asking the questions, and he came to my lad. And he says, have you got a question for Pablo? And Judd said, best player you've ever played with. And you forget the players he's played with, by the way. Like, he was like, David Villa weren't bad. And two of them, like, he went, I think probably Xavi best. And I was like, wow. That's when it dawned on me, like, this guy has played at the very highest level. And then they were asking some more questions, and nobody wanted to ask us. So I was like, I'm asking. So it came to me, I was like, who was your idol growing up? Like, who did you watch, And I was really surprised that it came out with Michael Laudrup.
Oh, he did?
There's a bit left field. I was like, Michael Laudrup? Yeah. And then I got to work with him. He says, I got to work with him at Swansea. He says, and that was like a dream come true for me. I was like, I never expected that. I expected some Spanish legends, you know what I mean? Or, I don't know. And then somebody, I think it was me again, nobody were asking questions. It was just me. I was like, biggest game you've played in? And he was like, I was really lucky to score against Barcelona twice at Nou Camp, and we won both games. And I was like, yeah, you win. you win football. Just incredible. What a player.
Yeah, for me, he's definitely one of the best players we've had at Leeds recently, and just he's just been that for the past since the restart. He's been that player where you just bring him on and he creates magic out of nothing, and like say at Swansea, and then Fulham at home. Honestly, unbelievable.
Yeah, another transfer rumour, because that's what it's going to be for the next few weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mark Jones, BBC Radio Leeds have just mentioned in the striker search, maybe Eduardo from Celtic. However, Phil Hayes said last night that it weren't a deal Leeds were looking at because it'd be expensive. So
expensive, yeah.
Udard from Celtic. I mean, he's really good in the SPL, but Celtic won't want to get rid of him. He's too prolific for the SPL. Not that it's a downgrade or anything, but he's really good in that league.
The kid at San Lorenzo, Gaitcher, that'll be an interesting one if he has pulled that plug on that CSKA Moscow move.
Yeah,
it seems to fit our style a bit as well.
Yeah, if he idolises Bielsa, he'll make sure he'll come here. You know, he's a fellow Argentinian, isn't he? So he's in the Argentinian setup. I mean, I'm all for the Argy Revolution. Do you know what I mean? I'd amount of players that we should attract with Bielsa.
Yeah,
in theory, should be massive.
We're essentially swimming in a different pond now, aren't we? In terms of players to attract. No longer are we looking at Che Adams anymore. Not that I'd have loved to have seen Che Adams at Leeds, to be honest. But now you're seeing links with Argentinian internationals and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely. Sky just showing a great montage of Norman Hunter. What a guy.
Yeah. So the old Riviera.
What are you watching it on, Shane, out there?
I was on Sky Sports, but because it's on IPTV, it's usually a little behind, and I was just waiting for ESPN Plus coverage to come on, so that starts like 5 minutes before. So that's just starting now.
All right, cool. I've got a great Norman Hunter story. This year when we played Brentford at Ellen Road, when Nketiah scored the winner in the last couple of seconds, I watched it on the gantry with Ryan Wilson from LS11. And we sat watching the game, and obviously I'm concentrating on the game, and I just turned around to see the back of some guy dragging a chair across. I didn't really think about it, and I carried on watching. And then next thing, this guy grabbed me by the arm and says, "Oh, what the fucking hell's he doing?" And it was Norman Hunter, and he just pulled up beside of me. And the whole game, he kept prodding me in the arm and saying, "What do you think to that? What do you think to that?" And I was like, "Whatever you say, Norman, whatever."
Yeah.
Pablo's crap. That's fine by me.
Just love art emojis in your eyes.
Yeah. Like, just amazing. And then he just like half time went to do his little bit of like sort of speaking and stuff, and then came back for that second half, and then went back down about 5 minutes before. Well, Nketiah scored, and then went back down to finish it off. Like, and that'll go right up there in memories for me, I think.
Yeah. As you know, I did for my niece Macy a few years ago. We did a raffle, if you remember, and I paid £200 to get like gantry tickets to Ellen Road, and it was against Bolton at home. I think it was Ekiban scored that day, and they were next to the gantry, next to Popey and Noel, and every now and then Eddie Gray just walked past me, and I'm just like, you know what I mean. All the ex-Leeds United players, like Norman, as you say, and as a Leeds fan, my dad growing up in that era, you hear stories about him, and you just knock him out and stuff. It's just like, wow, you're my dad's idols, and you get to see like Beckford and stuff, and then you hear Noel Whelan and Popey on the radio every day, and I'm sat next to him, and I'm hearing the get-ins, and it's brilliant. Brilliant,
yeah,
that sort of stuff.
Oh, we're getting a guard of honour. Inject this right in my skin.
Come on!
Oh, brilliant. Yes.
Oh my God. I'm off on the Derby hashtag.
What we should do is, if we don't feel the clapping is compassionate enough, we should go back in and make them do it again.
yeah.
Just do it. Just go backwards and then come back out. This is amazing.
Well, at least our lads look sober. They're just mooching out now.
Can you imagine being within 2 meters of Matea's click just the alcohol.
They'll be drinking in stand. Oh, look at this. This is amazing.
Look at that. Yes.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Yes.
Inject that right into my skin. That's brilliant. Oh, the best bit of the game.
Yeah, I'm going to do an impression. Who am I? Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney's buzzing with that in here. Of Manchester United fame. Lawrence, get clapping. Clap better, Lawrence. Clap better.
I bet that feeling's so sweet. I bet it's so sweet.
Oh.
Especially for Pablo and Dallas, who last year, you know, they were playing.
Yeah.
And they felt that low.
That's brilliant.
I wonder how much the Leeds players use that as motivation last time, you know.
Oh, do you know, after that feeling last year of just absolute, you know, all those emotions, just dread. I can't describe it. It was that bad. And now this time round, instead of going up in the playoffs, this time round we've got silverware. Do you know what I mean? And we've battered nail off every team, and to get that at Pride Park,
I've never seen
all that sweeter.
I've never seen Leeds.
Never have I. I mean, I was born in '88. I'm 31, and obviously '92. I don't remember anything. We finished second in League One, and now this is my first bit of silverware to see. You know, and it's brilliant.
Can't wait for Wednesday. It'll be brilliant. Interesting how Struijk will get on today. He got a little bit more time to grow into the game a little bit. They seem to like chucking him in right at the deep end.
Yeah. He seemed to handle it well, didn't he, the other day?
I think he grew into it. He looked nervous first couple of touches.
Yeah. First one went out for a corner, didn't it?
Yeah.
But, and then he played that through ball down line for Alioski, and it just like seemed to settle him a little bit.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm excited to see Bogus. I think he's a quality player.
Some rumours have been moving on, weren't there? Because I think Torino were back in for him again.
Yeah,
really.
He's not played at all this year, has he?
No.
And after that goal he scored in friendlies, you know, over in Australia last year.
Yeah.
I thought that might be a little thing of like, we might get to see him a little bit more. But he's not played 1 minute, has he?
No. Not even been really around it either, has he?
No. Never see him on bench.
You don't hear a lot of Ryan Edmondson either, but he's always with the first team. You know, you see on Instagram and stuff, he's always putting videos.
Well, we obviously speak. We've got Paddy on show now, who's obviously played football at a decent level, and he was saying, and a few other people we spoke to as well, who I'll not mention their name, said that like sometimes there's players like that who they like having around the first team because they give the centre half something to think about because he's big, strong. You know, he'll put himself about. You know, he's got. But from a couple of people I've spoken to, says he's not quite good enough for first team. But don't get me wrong, the lad's had some issues and he's had knee surgery, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to see. But anyway, we're off. 24 seconds gone. Derby are going to insist on doing that thing of trying to play out from the back. Whenever I've seen Derby this year, they insist on trying to play out from the back, but never look good enough to do it.
No, I remember game at Ellen Road, they were shocking at it. You know, that Matt Clark got ball and he did not want it one bit. Looked so uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah, it's like Koku's insistent that they're going to play a particular way and they're going to play that way no matter what, but the players are not good enough to play that way.
Yeah.
Pervader's got some pace, by the way.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, Pablo, stop it.
Stuart Dallas has just got clattered there. I like this kid for Derby, Sibley.
He
looks decent.
He'll be moving on soon, I reckon.
Yeah. So Leeds line up for anybody because we've had a couple of people watching from China who don't have the video stream. So for some daft reason they think that we're a good source of information. So Leeds line up with Douglas, Berardi, White, and Dallas across the back four. Struijk in the holding role with Pablo Shackleton alongside him, Alioski and Poveda out wide, and Tyler Roberts as the lone frontman. With Kiko in goal, sorry, we've got a goalkeeper as well. Derby wearing next year's shirt, a championship shirt.
Yeah.
Not Premier League quality then, no.
No. It's not Adidas, is it? Although I do like Umbro, to be fair.
Yeah, Umbro do some nice kits.
They do.
Oh,
Tyler Roberts gets a shot off for it just because. I'd say something. 2 minutes gone. We don't look hungover, particularly. We still look pretty sharp.
Yeah. I was wondering if he was picking the least hungover 11. Testing alcohol levels, and he just picked the ones with lowest levels.
Blowing this, right? You're in.
Yeah.
I'd say something as well for somebody like Tyler Roberts. Obviously, we know we're in the Premier League next year. Good opportunity for him to be saying to Bielsa, "Look, don't go and get another number 9. I can do it for you." I think maybe he needs a couple more years though to be quite at that level.
Pablo with a Megs.
Just megged him, stuck his soul.
It's another notch to his Meg belt.
He ain't got a belt big enough. Oh, then no. We'll let him off with that pass. Nazgulzar says, when it comes up, everything happens for a reason. Dance on our pitch, now having to give us a guard of honour on your own pitch. Karma bites hard. March on together, champions.
100%.
Yeah, oh, great ball from Paveda. Oh, keeper's on a bit.
That Roos is, he's not featured much, has he?
No, he didn't play in their last game. They had Aimer, didn't they? Because he chucked one in against West Brom. Can you remember?
I'll tell you what, they've got a bit of an affiliation with not hanging on to the ball, these Derby keepers, haven't they?
Yeah. Great little pass from Paveda, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think to Tyler in the 10 role? He was playing behind Paddy.
I think it's different to Hernandez, where Hernandez will sit a little bit more alongside Click and play more as a midfielder, whereas Tyler's a lot more of like a true 10, so sits behind. Bamford plays quite close to him. And he's much more attacking, whereas Pablo kind of dictates from in that 10. He drifts into spaces where he can pick it up. So I think sometimes when Tyler plays in the 10, Click has to work a bit harder, and we probably don't see the best of Click because he's having to do kind of two jobs.
Like 2 6s.
Yeah, but I think he's been impressive when he has played. He's dead positive, and obviously we know he can finish when he gets an opportunity. So, no, he's a good option for a 10 and a 9, isn't he, for me? I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I think like with the games we've had, like the Swansea and the games where it's a little tighter, and you can just see, out of possession, like his work rate, but then in possession, he's not getting in those areas where Pablo, Ayling gets the ball, and it's that inside to Pablo or Tyler's that 10, 15 yards further forward. So we just struggle with that out. I think like the games when we're dominating, and we're on it. I think Tyler's great because then you get that extra body forward, extra body coming in second in box.
No, absolutely. Sean Harrison's just saying, when did Sky start showing pre-seasons? Yeah, other thing that just dawned on me with that is like I've never seen a player wear a fat suit to get the sweat out like Wayne Rooney is doing today. It's just it's a real surprise, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So Berardi's finally killed someone.
Berardi's killed Tom Lawrence, which again is poetic. Apparently, Daniel, obviously I've not got the sound on because YouTube get a little bit tetchy if you start playing sound, and he's put stadium noise doing boos. Surely there's some mad unfair play there. So I've not got it on. But
it's probably their sound technicians just trying to get one over on us, isn't it?
It don't look like
got the guard of honour.
It don't look like Tom Lawrence was going to continue. It looks like he's done his collarbone there, I think, or his shoulder. One or the other. So they're bringing the kid on night. Yeah, it definitely looks like a shoulder or collarbone injury, doesn't it? It being tucked in his shirt.
You don't want these injuries in pre-season, do you?
No, exactly. It's going to be a rush to get back before the season starts, isn't it? For him? Yeah. Well, he won't be driving home anyway, because that's not an issue for him, is it? Driving's not a problem. I'd tell you something, they could knock a decent staff versus players team up, though, couldn't the Derby?
Oh.
Liam Senior, Che Given. I think Kevin Phillips involved as well at Derby.
He was. I'm not sure if he still is.
All right. Koku, he was a decent player in his time.
Well, I mean, obviously it's a nothing game for us, but losing Lawrence is bad,
Big for
isn't
them.
it?
Yeah. I don't like him as a massive shithouse, but he's a good player. Ben
He's
White
a good player. Oh, Ben White. At least we'll get to see what Pervader's all about as well.
Yeah, he's looked pretty positive in the first 7.5 minutes when he's got it.
Yeah, he's like a mini Pablo in a way. Just his centre of gravity. Do you know what I mean? And he's like a young Pablo for me.
He's been to some academies, by the way, hasn't he? Barcelona, Chelsea,
Brentford as well. I mean,
Brentford not so much, but
to be fair, Brentford have got a good scouting system.
I'll give them.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. A few have done it. So we've gone through EPPP to get Category 1 status, but a lot. It was a chance.
Oh,
good ball from Pablo. But a lot of clubs have gone to Category 4 status. So basically, they just don't bother with an academy really.
Town are like that, are they?
Yeah, Town did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was listening to something where they think it's just because the amount of players that like the big, like the bigger clubs in Premier League, the Man U's and Liverpool's, the players they release, they can just go and snatch them and save themselves all money of having to run academy and etc.
Great ball in. Oh, Leeds with a chance. I suppose it works other way as well. The way you think about it, if like Huddersfield, because we're talking about them, we'll use them as an example. They bring in this talented youngster, and because they're playing at Championship, a Premier League side comes and nick them off them. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I suppose it makes probably monetary sense for Championship clubs not to bother with a academy.
Ooh,
yeah, especially with that fixed thing they've got to pay for them as well. Like they've got rid of that compensation stuff now, aren't they, for under something or whatever I was listening to.
Have they got rid of that now? I didn't know that.
It's I can't remember I think it was Graham Smith's podcast where he was talking about it the other week when Leeds announced it. He said there'd been a change in that law of
because we got paid out through Charlie Taylor, didn't we, for a tribunal?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they've got rid of it, haven't they?
Yeah.
Shane,
it's now just like a fixed rate. Go on, sorry.
Living out in Seattle, how much of these, like podcasts and sort of YouTube content is a big thing for you living away? Like, because obviously
massive. Yeah. That's like my main source of Leeds news, obviously, apart from Twitter, But I listen to all of them. Philly, Graham Smith, Talking Short, LS11. I have to drive a long way for my sessions a lot of time, so I spend a lot of my week in the car. It just makes the drive a lot more bearable, especially when we're winning. Especially when we're doing well. Like when they started, and it was Akinbottom in charge, and it was like last thing I wanted to listen to be honest.
Yeah, no, we discovered when we started with Akinbottom that our listener figures were very much entwined with how the team were playing, and at the time we weren't very good. So, it was a bit of a slow burner, shall we say? But like it's on. We did a little segment for a bit, international call up, and it's only when we started running that segment we actually realised how many expats or foreign fans listen to it from literally all over the world, the most obscure places. Like it was wild. I think one of the craziest ones I saw, and I can't even remember where it were, but a guy was working in a diamond mine in a country I've never heard of, and the country only had a population of like 600 people, and he was pretty sure that he was the only Leeds fan in that country. It's absolutely amazing. Mental.
Bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, is there any other Leeds fans out there, Shane? Do you know any more?
I did. We play footy on a Sunday night. Well, we did before all this, and one of the teams we played against, they rocked up one week and they all had Leeds shirts on, and I had my and we play in like dark colours, so I had my bus seat shirt from last season on, and I was like, and so I got speaking to him after the game, and when we got to playoffs, one of the lads, he texted me, he said, oh, we're going down to English pub, to watch second leg if you want to come down. So I was like, oh, brilliant, and we went down there, and there was maybe four Leeds fans, and then one Derby fan who was there visiting his mum. And obviously we scored, and he must have felt awful. And by the end of it, it was like, what just happened? But that lad's moved to New York not long after that game, actually. So I'm still to meet another one that I've seen. There was one actually when Champions League final, Juventus, Barca. Sorry, no, not Barca against someone. Anyway, it was 2015, and I was wearing blue Macron Leeds shirt, and I walked through the bar, and this guy grabbed my arm, and he's unzipped his jacket and just showed me the exact same blue Leeds shirt on. And I was like, oh. Yeah, it's just crazy how they just rock up everywhere, that Leeds fans.
Yeah. There's always a Leeds beach towel on holiday, no matter where you go.
Yeah, anywhere.
Just
Yeah, Danny, your ex-services as well, aren't you? I was walking down Scheiber log base with a bit of green tape on my rifle that said LUFC on it, and I got a shout off I think he were a colour sergeant, and I thought, I'm getting a bollock in here. And he shouted at me and just gave me a Leeds salute, and then carried on walking. Well, like, yep, take that.
Yeah, mate, this exact flag came to a desert holiday, shall I say, with me, and everywhere I went, it came with me, and I've got LUFC down my leg as well.
I ironically took the shirt that Shane's wearing, that were above my bed on my desert holiday both times.
When we had go on, Ali, ask you. Nearly.
Or nearly an interesting. No, Pablo shot.
Yeah. So we had the Man United, the Beckford game, and it was me and two other Leeds fans. Rest of the it's like a makeshift naffy, like a makeshift cafe thingy. And we had a gnome with a Leeds United scarf on it. And when Beckford scored, just three of us went mental, and we were just pointing, saying, "Time to go, no, time to go." Honestly, must have been the only three people in country just, flying the flag for Leeds, and it was so sweet. My mates were just sat there with the Man United shirts on, almost in tears, almost about to kill me, and it was brilliant. One of the best days of my life.
I'm just trying to think now. I don't think we had another Leeds fan on in my entire unit when I went. I'm just trying to think now. I can't really think of any. No,
some are secret Leeds fans, though. Don't forget.
Yeah, closet Leeds fans. Yeah, closet Leeds fans.
Hide in plain sight. Some of them.
Yeah.
So 15 minutes gone, Shane. How are you seeing the game so far? I think Leeds have been the better team, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Surprisingly, I was totally expecting us just to be kind of nonchalant, but I suppose with Bielsa, it's not going to be that way, is it? With how he is, like listening to that El Loco documentary when Newell's had already won the league, and they were losing last game of the season, and he was screaming on the sideline, right nervous, just how he is. No, I don't think any players look out of place, though.
No, I don't know.
That have stepped in.
Good touch, Tyler Roberts. Leeds on the break here. Shackleton, Robertson, Paveda against five.
Go on, give him it.
I'd love Shackleton to score, by the way. Go on then.
Yeah.
The hilarious thing, we interviewed Jamie Shackleton. Go on, Barry Douglas. Get in! Oh, another one I want to score desperately bad. Because we've interviewed both of them. I'm fickle as out me, and literally, I'm not even going to tell you I'm not. When we interviewed Jamie Shackleton, it was hilarious. His mum DM'd us and said, "You couldn't let us know when he gets there, could you?" Yeah, no problem. We'll give him 1 free rings when he gets there. So literally, as he walked in the room, flanked by the Leeds head of media, I had to DM his mum and say, "He's got here. He's all right. I'm hilarious. But what a lovely lad. Really nice. Really nice.
I could see him doing good big stuff. He's a great player. Rapid. That first leg at Derby last year.
He was brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant then.
And the thing is as well, so versatile, can play fullback, probably can play as a winger, I would say.
Yeah.
He's kind of playing the click role today, isn't he? A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. When there's a guy at work, And his mate
Pablo,
is and his mate's a football agent, and he turned around to me and he says, this is going back a couple of years before Shackleton I'd even heard of him, and he just said, there's a kid coming through ranks now, Jamie Shackleton, look out for him. And lo and behold, he started the game today, and we've had some good youth.
I think Neil Redfern named him, didn't he, as the standout talent of his age group? Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
nice.
I like that. I'm pretty impressed so far. If I'm really honest, with
rolling his own. I want Barry Douglas to score because he's not scored for us yet, has he?
No, his injuries have been a killer, haven't they?
Yeah.
Who's that? Sorry,
Barry Douglas. He came to us as the Championship's top assister.
Do you know something as well? A proper nice guy who's got loads of football experience. He's played in like Poland, Turkey, like he's played literally all over the world and won trophies.
He speaks Polish as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he
won League and Cup with Lech Poznan and played in Champions League for them, I think. But yeah, top lad.
His picture was funny the other day when he said he packed for game tomorrow. When he had champagne.
Iron Brew, Scottish.
2 cans of Iron Brew and 3 3 bottles of champers. I hope we've nicked it. Shackleton with a chance.
Have him.
I'm lucky. I think Shackleton should have gone on his own then, to be honest. But
you should have gone low and hard for me there.
What do I know? Are you still playing, Danny, or have you done playing? Or?
Yeah, I do. I play for a team called Norris Thorpe over my way, and playing Yorkshire Amateur League Division 2. Shout out. I'm a striker by trade, Viduka. I'm almost like a carbon copy now of him now, overweight and retired. But, no, it's good. It's good, but I can feel my hammies like chocolate. My hammies.
Yeah.
The amount of times I come home and go to my missus, with legs, and she's like, I tell you every week to stop playing.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, mate, when we did Red January, my hamstrings were in tatters. Jesus.
Yeah.
And then I got COVID just to top it all off as well. So thanks
Really?
for that. Yeah, mate. Yeah. When I was sending to the group, I got a bad chest infection. Turned out COVID.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Before it was cool to have COVID, I got COVID. No, mate, I've not played for 5-6 years, something like that. I turned out in the odd charity match for my old army side because we had a good side like back in the day. So I've turned out a few times against ex-pros and celebs and stuff like that. Scored at Farsley Celtic in a 7-1 drubbing recently. About 6 months ago. Best goal I've ever scored. Full Pablo Hernandez against Norwich. Dropped shoulder and killed it in top corner. I have no idea how I did it. I can't do it again. I could not do it again if I tried. But it looked good. It looked really good.
Did you walk away and go, totally meant that?
No, I did the old kiss to the family and the crowd thing. Yeah. There's more threads to that story, but I don't want to bore people. I almost got my leg broke by a bloke who won SAS Udez Wins. Ironically, who I work with. So I'm a centre half by trade, but because I couldn't hardly run, I just said, I can do you a job up front. Like I'll just be a bit of a pest and put myself about. So I went up front because I couldn't run. So I was like playing the Matt Smith role, or there were a kid around me who could run a bit. And I dropped off, picked it up, stepped away from one of their defenders and thought, do you know what? I'm just going to hit this. And it flew in. I was like, take that. Meant every minute of it, meant it. But no, I mean, I played at Army a bit, but I would Sunday League standard at best, to be honest. Like you, Che, are you still playing or just purely coaching?
I do try. Hard with schedule, coaching every night. You can't get to any kind of level in terms of practicing with any teams or anything. So we just have our coaches team on a Sunday night.
Oh, wow.
And it's just a lot of English lads. So it's just us kicking off with teams every every Sunday night, like a bunch of American dads who are coming to play and we're just giving it mouth from first whistle.
In full England strips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full England strips, shin is on a lot.
Is that UKFC?
Yeah, I miss playing, to be honest, but yeah. In fact, actually, I did turn out in October for my current jobs over 35s and successfully tore my ACL, landing a bit funny. Which went
I think I remember you saying something about that.
Mate, I did it in the first 10 minutes of the game. Jumped up.
Not worse.
Realised I weren't getting it. I was playing right back. Jumped up, realised I weren't getting it. Tried to abandon the jump and just locked my knee out as I landed. Felt a crunch. Thought, didn't really think anything about it. Carried on playing. And it was only when we stopped running around at half time it started to swell up. And I thought, this isn't very good. And then ended up off all day after, about 4 times the size it should be.
I've scored a goal. So I've scored a goal unconscious before. I've gone up for an header. He's clattered me. Right in temple, I've gone down. Another defender's gone to clear it. He's kicked me, hit me in the face and gone in.
Sweet.
So,
how was your celebration? What did you do? So back to the football. 23 minutes gone. First ridiculous drinks break of the day. Leeds will definitely have like aftershock in there, probably.
Apple sours.
Apple sours, yeah.
Yeah, apple sours, yeah, the new in thing. But so far, I've been pretty impressed with the better side. We look dangerous when we attack, and Derby insist on trying to play out front back, and we've nicked it off them a couple of times. So yeah, and props for Struick. For me, he's doing a proper anchoring midfielder role today, just breaking it up, nicking it off. I'm not doing out too fancy. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. I expected us to turn up half cut and being a bit all over the place.
I don't think we've obviously it's not a. If it were must-win match, it would be all over these. I think we'd have been winning already, but I'm happy with this team. I'm happy how the game's going, should I say.
Well, the thing is, being a pre-season friendly, we'll just bring all other players on at half-time, won't we?
Yeah.
Is the new lad Costa on the bench? Or I'd love to see how.
I don't think he's on the bench, to be honest. And it'd be nice to see Boggarts come on second half, just to let him get a run out and see what he can do.
I'm calling it now. If he comes on, Bogus is scoring.
I reckon. I can't see Maziak, the goalkeeper, coming on. He's out of contract since summer, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, because he's been a bit of a servant to the club. He got. I've heard he got linked to Rangers. Oh, really? Oh, because they're Fotheringham. Where's Fotheringham is signed for Blades, isn't he? Which makes sense.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I'm sure it would him. West Fotheringham signed a 3-year deal at Sheffield United.
I'm getting killed here in the comments. Noel Harris, who's been on the watch along before, says, Gaz, my daughter's just asked how old you were because she thinks you're the same age as me. 48. I am the ripe old age of 35, believe it or not. It was just a very, very grueling paper round. The Barnsley Chronicle on a Friday with all the supplements was an absolute killer. So yeah, just 35. Just 35.
Yeah, West Fotheringham signs from Rangers.
Oh, I didn't know that. Fair. So, because Henderson,
we were linked with him.
Is going back, isn't he? He'll be going back to Man U, won't he?
Yeah.
To be fair, he might give. I mean, obviously De Gea's levels above, but he might give him that extra bit of pressure. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe. Yeah. So, yet more stick for my age in the comments. Mark Jones, 35. You can flip off. 23rd of the 10th, 1984. Don't make me get the passport out. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. Supporting Leeds, that. 30 years of supporting Leeds. What a ball. Struick breaking through. Oh, lucky.
Just bit of a top out there.
Has anybody give Struick the nudge that that lockdown's over and he can have his haircut. He's bordering looking like Teen Wolf, isn't he? He looks like Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf.
Like a Football Manager regen.
Yeah. Stewie, who's been your player at season, lads? I'll come to you first, Shane. Who's been your player at season?
I'm in the Dallas camp. I think Dallas has been fantastic. You don't often see a bad game from him, you know, no matter where he plays. And that period over Christmas when he was playing centre mid for us, you know, and just did the job. It was Cooper on Quest last night. He was talking about Dallas, weren't he? And
well earned, Struick. Well earned.
Just saying what a good player he is to have around club. You know, he's just every manager's dream.
Mm.
And you can see it. You know, just us looking at it from outside.
Yeah. What about you, Danny? Who's been your player at season, mate?
I've got to agree with Shane there. I mean, Dallas, he's such a utility man for us. I mean, obviously tip of the cap to rest of the team because I think the Vols stepped up. And also Bamford as well, because people give him stick for not scoring goals, and yeah, he should be finishing some chances, but the work off the ball he does that people don't see, just that extra bit of pressure, you know, like closing defenders down, and but yeah, I'd have to agree with Dallas. You can't, you know what I mean? It's so you don't like say you just. Yeah,
I think it makes it so hard because we are very much a team unit. Whereas, you look at Brentford and you go Benrahma, Watkins, and Buemo, and then you know maybe you're struggling to pick a standout after that. Whereas with us, there's an argument for Cooper, there's an argument for Phillips, an argument for White, there's an argument for there's an argument pretty much for most of the players in the squad who've played like Click. There's an argument for Click every single game up until today because he's still drunk and he does a lot of stuff that don't get any credit for. He does a lot of the work in and around the pitch that people think, oh, we haven't seen much of Click in this game. He's been a bit in and out of it, but he does so much work like off the ball that don't get noticed.
And people say he doesn't get enough assists, but like if you watch it, you find he often assists the assist, you know, and he plays that through ball, and then Harrison's cutting it back or Hernandez finding the cross, and he's the one just playing that assist to the assist. I think Click's brilliant.
Yeah.
So we're seeing something here we don't normally see. Berardi's got clattered. I think he's just landed funny.
Ooh,
well, it's a bit of a nasty one to be honest.
It's a knee, that, isn't it?
Knee or ankle. I think he gets his foot sort of caught under himself a little bit. I'd be gutted to see Berardi come off. To be honest,
Yeah, I thought he were great against Barnsley as well.
Do you know something, mate? I think when he's been forced to come in this season, he's been fantastic. He's not put a foot wrong for me. The problem with him with some fans is there's still the hangover from the Derby playoff, but hopefully this promotion I can forget that. And I think there'd be nothing wrong with getting Brad another year. I think when he's had to come in and do a job this year, I think he's been brilliant.
No, and the best thing is need someone to step in.
And the best thing is for me is that he's not even complained through it. If anything, he's got behind the players and he's pushed us over, and he's brilliant. Yeah,
I had a little bit of dealings with him earlier on the season because the guys who sponsor our podcast, The Terrace, made a mug of him with blood on it. So I contacted. I said to the lads, I'll try and get one to him. So I contacted him through a mutual friend and said, look, I can get a mug, and he couldn't have been more accommodating. He just DM'd me on Insta. He's like, drop it off at the ground, blah, blah, blah. Sent us a couple of pictures of it, him drinking from it and stuff. And just a generally nice bloke, like absolutely nothing like you see on the pitch when he's trying to kill people.
Yeah. I was there. I was there in that first game he played, the Aki Stanley Cup game. He came flying in with that kick, and it was like, what?
Yeah, he looks done here, lads, I think. Yeah, stretcher's coming. I think he might have done some ligaments,
ACL, arrogant. Is this where you landed? I hope.
Very similar to what I did, to be honest. The way I landed, it was just jarred my knee out. So Luke Ayling comes on, The thing is, like from a footballing point of view, this couldn't be a worse time to do some ligaments because he's out of contract. So,
do you think he'll go back to Italy on free?
No, like there's a lot of talk into that. Leeds are prepared to offer him another year if he wants it. So he might be kind of forced to take it now if he has done a ligament. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He probably can't afford to be without a club. So
I think Leeds they'll look after him. I think. You'd
hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I think there's absolutely no doubt they'd look after him, yeah.
Yeah, I think if it were Cellino, they'd probably just put him in back, wouldn't he? Or put him in a box back to Sampdoria.
Yeah, your team at stadium just ripping contracts up now, like.
Yeah.
Bobbing it through Shredder.
Bid red X through his picture.
Yeah. No, I think they will look after him, to be fair.
Oh, Ben White.
Oh. Yeah, Luke Allen's still drunk. We know that much. Chris Tomlinson's tuning in. Multinational podcast. Good day, boys. Joining from Australia. I hope that Barada is okay. So, really, this podcast has been listened to people in Australia while being broadcast via Seattle and me and Danny in Yorkshire.
Worldwide.
So, Derby set piece, 33 minutes gone, corner, after Luke Ayling appears to still be drunk and tried to shoulder it back to Kiko Casilla. My wife's just dawned that Wayne Rooney plays for Derby. Oh, look who it is.
Played wrong word.
Looks fat though, doesn't he? She says he looks fat, that's all right.
Yeah, that picture when he came back, in that friendly he played straight after lockdown, he just looks like, whoa. Like,
I don't think I've seen a picture being turned into a meme so fast in my life.
Yeah.
As soon as Leeds fans got hold of it.
The thing is, the entire deal has been an absolute disaster. Morally,
is it true?
A betting company are paying for him if the rumours are true. Secondly, he's not had this big effect that they thought he was going to have and fire him into playoffs. And they're probably paying him an absolute fortune. And they've circumvented FFP by making him a player coach. And yet we're the ones that are a disgrace of a club, apparently. Huh?
And then that's not even all of the scandals yet, is it?
Hold on, we've got some problems here. What's wrong with their pitch? What do you mean?
It looks like it's got all pitch stripes.
Stud marks from players.
And I want to know what player coach is.
A player coach. It's a way of circumventing FFP. I'll tell you what FFP is at half time. Because we might be here sometime. It'll be very interesting from a Derby point of view what they do next year. Because the potential is staring down the barrel of a points deduction for dodginess. I think, what's his name? Keogh's probably taking them to court for wrongful dismissal.
Oh, yeah, 100%. They can't. They basically sacked him, haven't they, for being injured?
They sacked him, but kept Lawrence because he's worth something, and kept Mason Bennett, and then farmed him out to Millwall.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? It's
Stuart Dallas here with a whipped cross. Good ball.
Ooh,
it's a great ball.
It's the kind of stuff that we were doing, 4 years ago, pre-Rebzani, that kind of stuff, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. No, you're right, mate. You're absolutely right. Has ref get a free kick there for Alioski's trip on Bogle?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. He knows exactly what he's doing, Bogle, there.
Yeah.
Look, an insistent on playing out here, look. Asking Matt Clark to play out. He ain't got to play out in him. Look, why insist on him? He's not a ball-playing defender, ever. He's a clogger.
I remember when came to Ellen Road, I remember seeing him, and I just remember thinking that Clark, he's rubbish.
They got him from Portsmouth, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, yeah. And they fluttered away towards the end as well, didn't they?
Mm.
Poor old Portsmouth.
They're never getting out of that league, are they?
No.
So Leeds set piece. Oh, it looks like a training grounder.
Oh,
Struick. Yeah, they've done a lead, haven't they, Portsmouth?
Yeah. Well, that's another big club down there, isn't it? You know, the stuff that they've been through.
Yeah.
Hell, done Hernandez there.
He's done, yeah. Who looks in the better shape, though?
Oh.
Do you see the pictures doing the rounds on Twitter of Hernandez closing down a Harrogate Town player at Thorpe Arch in a pre-season friendly? And he looked like he got a fat suit on. It's incredible, really. It's incredible, really, what Bielsa's done in terms of making them lose weight. I know last year, Lewis Baker had the lowest body fat, believe it or not.
Wow.
And I think it was something like 4% or something stupid like that. Because he won't have anybody in the team with less than 10%. With more than 10%.
The Kiko flaps back.
And the only player he did let in the side over that was Samu Saiz, and then he quickly got rid of him. So you can see why, can't you? With the way that he wants them to play, they've got to be fit.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I still can't believe we're up and we're taking the title with us. Do you know?
Yeah, I still don't think it's fully sunk in though. For me,
no,
I don't think it will. You know, until whether it's when trophies get lifted, whether it's when fixtures get released, you know, and shirt comes out with Adidas.
Yeah, it's almost like you want
FIFA.
Yeah. You shove your East Point Arena up your ass.
Yeah, honestly, get rid of that East Point Arena.
It's almost like a dog chasing a car, you know, just barking at the car, and it's like us going, we're going up as champions. Now we've actually gone up as champions. What do we do? Do you know what I mean? What do we?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we react to this now?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, so now what? We've actually done it.
I did BBC Radio Leeds yesterday afternoon. They did a promotion special, which turned into a championship special. I'd had a few beers by the time I went on, by the way, as well. So I were a bit concerned after, but Raggy said I did all right. So, but they asked me like, you know, what you're most looking forward to next year, and I was like, I'm not sure, because it still hasn't really dawned on me that we're going to be in Premier League. I was like, I don't know, just playing big teams again.
Oh, lucky.
A good chance.
Just none of these Wickhams and none of these, you know, crappy games that we've played for the last 16 years.
Do you know something as well, mate? I think that we'll make it a bit of a spectacle, because teams like City, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, you know, they'll come and try and play against us. And the way that we like to play, that'll not suit us. I'm not saying we're going to outplay these teams, but we're not going to get many teams in Premier League who are going to come and try and put 23 men behind ball and shit houses. Yeah. So it might even be even more entertaining than it has been this year.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
Yeah, especially when, you know, like with City, who play expansive, quick football as well, and then who, you know, Pep's a disciple of Bielsa. It'd be good, like the master versus the student sort of thing. That'd be good.
You never know. You might see Pochettino back in Premier League as well. By the time we go back, it might be the double double disciple versus the master.
I'd like to see Poch back, to be fair.
A lot of talk when we weren't too sure what was going to happen with Bielsa. They might be next in line for Leeds' job.
Yeah, that's something I won't mind. You know, if and when Bielsa comes to leaving, if Poch is still free.
What a ball that is, by the way. Oh, steady. No, definitely. He's someone who you could see continuing his craft as such, isn't it? They've missed out on playoffs. Yeah, but we're still pissed from the other day. My wife's just asking if Leeds should be hammering these. To be fair, even though we're still drunk from over there, I think we're easily the best side.
Yeah, with our
second
team as well.
Jesus.
Oh,
look at that. Do you know we were talking about earlier about Klitsch and sorry, not Klitsch, Hernandez and Tyler Roberts? That's the difference there. Looking at the area where Hernandez picked the ball up from, he was pretty much in our own half. When Tyler plays in the 10, we don't really see him there.
Yeah, and in second half at Swansea, there was a point in second half where Hernandez was like at our right back corner flag. Like there, and you'd never see Roberts back at our own corner flag. Helping build out the play.
I'd have thought ref to give that other way. To be fair. Yeah, with Tyler Roberts, I think he's more of a forward than he's that 10 role for me. Just it's.
Thing is, as well, we've got to remember that Tyler Roberts is he 20? Oh, that's not a bit naughty.
It is.
A bit cheeky.
That's dirty. That.
Well, Knight tries to do him first. Let's have a look here.
Oh,
that's a bit naughty. That
Sibley, that's dirty. He's lucky.
Yeah, very. That would have spurred an adverse reaction on the Sunday morning. That wouldn't it? you just caught it, Shane. There, it's a bit nasty, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pablo's making the point now to Chris Martin. The biggest waste of lump on the football pitch. He's going to score now, isn't he?
I can't believe when he scored against us at Ellen Road.
Yeah.
Obviously, because we had a vested interest, I watched Derby against West Brom, and I've got no affiliation to Derby, but even I was angry with the way he played.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the admin for Leeds.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? Digital Wilson.
He's
so good.
I've just seen the Guard of Honor tweet.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen that.
About 40 minutes ago. I'll tell you what. Oh,
I have to turn my notifications off, to be honest, because I run the Talking Shut one as well. Me and Ben together.
Yeah.
It can get a bit much.
I tell you what, it did me that when he checked in at Pride Park.
With the spy glasses.
Yeah.
Have you seen at Watford? They've sacked Pearson.
Have they?
Yeah, they've sacked Pearson.
We're on the break.
Wow. Can't see her.
They got
we're both.
left.
Vader.
Yes!
Oh, he's offside.
Is he offside? Oh, boo! Why is that linesman storing a walk up his t-shirt as well?
That was a great finish.
That'd have been perfect for Paveda, that as well.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, yeah, he's about 5 yards off.
Great finish.
Oh, bless him. Good finish, like.
With lefty as well.
Yeah.
Where's 9 minutes come from?
That Berardi injury.
Yeah, Berardi, and didn't they have somebody down? Oh, Tom Lawrence.
Yeah.
It's a strange one, that, from Watford, because they were getting a tune out of them, weren't they, in their bid for survival?
Yeah, especially two games or one game before the end.
They got 2 games left. They got Arsenal and City, I think, as last 2 games.
I'll tell you something, Clacuda's facts, I'd be on that phone to him.
Yeah.
He's a good manager.
Maybe that's why. Maybe they've got rid of them too, and then Pearson's agreed to come.
Maybe, yeah. They'll still have parachute payments, won't they? Huddersfield.
Yeah, another couple of years, right?
Run this by me, because this is something I've thought up in my head. Are we only the second club to go up automatic without parachute payments? Huddersfield.
Sheffield.
Sheffield, sorry, yeah, Sheffield last year, yeah. I forget that they're like an established Premier League side.
Yeah, fair play to Wilder because he plays good football.
Yeah, he can be a little bit irritating at times with the way that
especially when he wins against us. Yeah.
I was at that interview he did last year. When he's on training ground and halfway through talking, he just lets two rip halfway through talking, and then just gets back to it. In that middle at media fit club.
It was very comical alley during the Iraq War. The Americans are not in Baghdad. Directly behind him was an American tank, just moving. Just style it out. It didn't happen.
Yeah. Great touch by Roberts.
That was Harrison-esque.
Yeah.
If I curled up
concrete from Sky, can't he, Jack Harrison?
He'd catch me on his toes if I did a cannonball off a diving board and Harrison went at the bottom. He'd just bring me down nice and gentle.
On about that though, Shane, obviously you out being out in Seattle. Fair play to him. A pretty brave decision to leave Man United and go out to America. And get his scholarship out there.
Yeah, one of the lads who we play footy with, he works in strength and conditioning he did for Sounders, and he was at Stoke before that. Yeah. And when we signed Harrison, he was saying what a good player you've signed. He said like all scouts that over at Sounders were all raving about him and how good he is.
And he's just gone from strength to strength under Bielsa as well.
Yeah. And that's one thing I like with that loan deal, for next year again, is that it gives us a chance to kind of see him step up, to Premier League before committing to that millions for him.
It'd be very interesting if they've set the fee already.
I'm sure Phil said they have again. Like they've renegotiated and I believe Phil said that the buy deal for the season ended in May, and that's why they've done the loan again.
Right, okay. His agent is actually American. He lives in New York.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He looks after a lot of the New York Red Bull players as well. Remy. He's a really nice guy, to be fair.
Well, did he go to? He went to. Was it Borough first?
Yeah, he got drafted in the MLS, and he got drafted to another side first, and then New York City signed him. I don't know how the draft system works, but he got drafted. So basically, in the draft system, they somehow made this weird deal where one club drafted him and then immediately drafted him again to New York City. So then, obviously, City signed him on a permanent and then moved him straight to Borough under Pulis, where he didn't really feature, to be fair.
Not surprising. He's
not a Pulis player, is he? No, not in the slightest. Of all the things in this game, one thing it's highlighted is how much of a poor side Derby are.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, come on. They look very much on the beach.
To say that we've made 8 changes, I'd fully expect Derby to just be coming at us, but
yeah. The thing is, though, mate, that's testament to Bielsa's ethos. Because we've made 8 changes, and it's the same way of playing. The style of play hasn't really changed. I've been pretty impressed with Poveda, Roberts, and Struick so far, and Barry Douglas as well out left.
That was a terrible corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mate's an academy coach at Leeds, and I think he's one of the younger ages, and he says it trickles down.
Right.
Obviously it filters out because you can't have 8 or 9-year-olds or something, going around the track. Yeah. But yeah, he says I think he's changed the club massively, Bielsa, and I don't think it'll go back to the boring hoofball days.
No. Do you think that Bielsa has been successful at Leeds because he is arguably a bigger name than anybody we've got at the club or had at the club? As if he'd have gone into City, would City's players have been running 10k around the running track without humping and moaning and carrying on at him?
Well, City essentially is watered down Bielsa, isn't it?
It's just interesting. If you listen to the book by Tim Rich, I say listen to it because I'm an audiobook kind of guy because I do a lot of driving, like Shane. He went to, I can't remember where it were. I think it might have been Vella Sarsfield, and they'd won everything before. And basically, they went in, and none of the players bought into his way of thinking. They were like, they wanted rid of him. They said, like, no, we're not doing that. Like, we've won stuff the way that we've done stuff before. We're not changing our ethos or the way that we play or all like that. And he basically just ground it out of him eventually. So he hung on to his job desperately for a bit and just carried on grinding. And then eventually the tides turned and they became successful under him. I think they won the Copa Libertadores under him, actually.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I can say sat here with me extra large lead stop on. Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, but when I bet it's totally different when you're running that track every day.
Yeah,
but yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, Ben White's been phenomenal. Just to say that he were in League One last year, and we played him at Newport, and we lost in Cup.
When he first went in, they made him get changed in under 23's changing room.
I read that.
I'm not quite sure why. Phil didn't really expand on why in his article, but he said in his article that they made him get changed in the 23's dressing room. Like he had to kind of earn his way into the. Interesting.
If it works, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah. So set piece, 53 minutes on the clock, and we're still in the first half.
No.
Just when 2020 couldn't get any weirder.
Ooh. Okay.
Struick.
Throw-in. He's impressed me with Struick.
I have been pretty impressed by him. What do you think, Shane, to Struick's performance today?
He's looked natural in that position, you know, of the natural six, sitting in. I'd much rather have him there than stepping Ben White out of that centre back role. It's about how good Ben White is.
Mm. Which is really interesting as well, because Struick, when we signed him from Ajax, was a centre half.
Centre back.
Yeah, it's just nuts. And that makes half time. Leeds 0, Derby 0. Leeds arguably been the better side, I think, for me.
We've had the more chances. Derby have done nothing, haven't they? We've done nothing since Lawrence went off, anyway.
So fingers crossed that the Berardi injury isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Twitter's saying that.
What age do you coach, Shane? Is it all ages or?
Yeah, all ages, anywhere from, you know, the tiny ones, 2s to up to 18s. I've got 2 girls teams who I coach and take the games on weekends, and they're 13 and 14.
Right. Cool. Sounds like you're living the dream, mate, to be honest.
Yeah. You know what? The price of living here is ridiculous. You know.
All right.
But that's because you got Microsoft and Amazon based here. You know. So it just drives it up. But apart from that, apart from paying arm and a leg to live here every month, it's it's good.
Do you get over home often, Shane, or do you just like try and get every 6 months or something?
So the first 4 times I was here, my visa was like a 9-month thing. So I'd come back in November and then come back out in February, March time. But then now I'm going for my green card residency here. So I came back for 3 weeks at Christmas. And we only had one home game, you know. In the time I was there, I thought 3 weeks at Christmas, there's got to be at least 3 or 4 home games with how many games you play. But so I went to Preston on Boxing Day, and then that was the game I got to. So hopefully next year I can get to a couple of Premier League games provided we're allowed back in stadiums.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about October, aren't they? They're going to start letting people back in stadia, but it'll be socially distanced.
Yeah.
As such. What's it been like in Seattle for COVID? Has it
so where I am was like one of the starting points in America. You know, like hot points when it started kicking off everywhere. we were having like the big deaths. One at hospitals not far from me was getting, lots of cases every day, and it was building. Our governor for Washington has been really strict with it, compared to like the southern states like Texas and etc., where they're now having the big spikes because they just didn't care enough and everything back up. Whereas we're still in phase 2. We can't have gatherings of more than 10. So it makes coaching hard. I have to stand in the centre circle, and I've got to have a group of no more than 5 in a quarter in the little box. So it's definitely been a challenge. Something different for work.
Yeah, I bet it has. Yeah, I mean, my lad's been back football training for about 4 weeks now. Obviously, it's socially distanced, so they're doing a lot of fizz, which will not hurt him because he needs to do a lot of running around anyway. And then they've been doing a lot of like and then they've been doing a lot of like technical stuff, which has been good for him really. But yeah, I can imagine it's difficult. I've been coached junior sides myself. Sometimes it's like herding cats. Never mind socially distanced cats.
Yeah, at least that's good thing with girls. Girls are a lot more do as they're told, and listen. Yeah. Like I've got like the other coaches who coach like the 8-year-old lads, and I'm like, that must be the worst, trying to keep them in a box for an hour.
Yeah,
while they still don't comprehend quite what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm just going to go back in a sec.
Yeah, no, mate. It'll be interesting to see if there's any changes second half. Wonder if he'll freshen it up a little bit.
I wonder if he'll take White off for Cooper.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Use all of. Well, I don't know. It's Bielsa, in it. He might just leave 7 men on the field, knowing him.
Yeah, true, mate. There's that. It is true. Let's have a look. What's happening in the world of Twitter?
I'll tell you what. Amazon Prime Video are having life. Honestly, they're having the life with today.
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, they're doing some trolling, aren't
they? They've actually tweeted "Stop crying your heart out" with binocular scope across the Guard of Honor.
Brilliant.
Honestly, I bet Darby's just underwater.
Oh, Big Rags is here. Look, Big Rags has just nipped in. The big man. Hey up, pal.
We do. Hello.
Hey up, Amelia. You all right? Yeah, we should be winning, shouldn't we?
We've had the chances, haven't we?
We definitely have.
Rubbish this lot. Come on, get it started.
Yeah, they are garbage. I'm quite surprised how sober our lot look, Rags. What do you think?
I think a few of the big hitters have been put on the bench, haven't they? I think Aylin's still pissed.
Yeah,
we were saying that.
We were just saying Rags sort of stand out for us. Struick, Vader look pretty good.
Vader's look really good. Really good. I'm just I'm not hoping it's nothing serious for Gaetano because obviously with his deal in the balance, it's hope it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, we were just we were thinking it might have been like a ligament or something with his knee getting locked out kind of thing. So
yeah, it didn't look great, did it?
No, it didn't. Bless him. So we'll have to keep abreast of the situation on that one. So Rags, how long did it take you to recover from the?
Well, to be fair, I was straight back on it for the Brentford game yesterday, but then knowing I was coming through and having to drive today, I kind of stopped drinking about 8 o'clock last night, and I've been all right. Back on it now. So,
yes,
all good.
Yeah, I've had to make a promise, Rags, to my good lady wife who was just sat here in earshot that today is the last drinking day.
Until Wednesday.
Until Wednesday.
Tomorrow. No, I'm back at work Tuesday, so I won't be beering Wednesday. Unfortunately, it'll be a cup of tea, I think. But do you know something? In a funny kind of way as well. I kind of want to soak it in Wednesday. I kind of want to soak the trophy and, like, you know what I mean. I want to feel it.
Yeah.
because it's never happened in my lifetime before, and it might never happen again. Maybe.
Say, yeah.
I'm hoping I've got about 50 years left on this planet, so I'm hoping something good will happen. But yeah, so I'm going to try and soak it in Wednesday best I can, to be honest. I've put an appeal out to the club to try and give us a player Tuesday night, just to try and get an inside scoop on the celebrations. But we'll have to wait. It depends if they're answering the phones. So we'll wait and see.
Oh, nice little slow-mo of the Guard of Honour.
I love that. That needs to be made into a GIF immediately.
I tell you what, Derby Town Centre must be underwater from all the tears.
Did you just see that little bit of an image there? Jack Harrison giving it one of them in the background of Bielsa going absolutely mental because they're not doing something he wants them to do. So it's obviously been a fairly emotional weekend. I was all right up until I saw Bielsa in the Legends Lounge embracing the players and stuff, and that's when it kind of got me right in the feels at that point. And I took my phone in to show my missus, and there was some quite hefty dust in our kitchen. Not because we're scrubbers, just because my eyes were weak.
That sent me over as well.
Yeah, it just took me over. What about you, Danny? Has there been any tears spread?
No dust, but someone's been cutting onions definitely in my house. Like you say, I was in a state of shock. I mean, the omens, like Town send us up. You know, it's our 100th year. The goal was scored at 1919. But yeah, like you said, when he's saying the best, while he's hugging Calvin Phillips, and just sent me over, did that. I was like, trying not to cry.
For me, it was the Paddy Bamford embrace, because Paddy's had so much shit this year off various people, and he's stuck by him, and ultimately he's played a massive part in us getting promoted. We're much better. This, you know, I'll get stick for this. I'm used to it now. We're much better with it inside. So
people.
I said it didn't have 21 clean sheets, and that all starts with Patrick. Every single player in that job has a defensive and an attacking responsibility.
Yeah.
And
first defender to number 9.
Yeah, true.
Absolutely. And there's very few people, certainly at that level, who would do the sort of work off the ball that he does.
Yeah. Shane, how was it for you, mate, being out in the States? Because obviously it'll have been like first thing in the morning, wouldn't it? Ish.
Yeah, it was around 11 in the morning. I think I was driving back. You know what? To be honest, Leeds have never made me cry. Like, they've made me broken, but not ever shed. Like, I was at Reebok when we went down. I was watching on TV when we got relegated when we got promoted from League One. Playoff defeat last season. I just remember it wasn't crying. I was just like crushed, you know. And I was fine. I was trying to feel it, and then when the video came up and he hugged Pablo, you know, on Friday night, that got me. And just after Pablo last year, you know, and his tears at Brentford and his tears after Derby. Yeah, that one it finally got me.
Lads, do you know we were talking earlier about salty fans and stuff? Just check these comments that are just coming in from Andy Wexford Westland. Your team sucks. They are rankers. No defence and all show. Thank you for your tactical insight on that one.
No defence. 21 clean sheets.
21 clean sheets.
On the way for
Send it to Bielsa.
Oh, hold on. We're still going here. He's got more. Pablo is a crybaby. Cool. Any more?
Premier League crybaby.
Keep sending them in.
It seems to me that Tom Lawrence can go through a car window, but as soon as Berra tackles him, he goes down like a little baby. What's all that about? You can't call anyone a crybaby.
We'll see what other insights he's got. He'll probably threaten to kill me and all my family or something next, because that's generally the MO of trolls.
I find people weird. Like, if other way around, I won't even think of going in a Derby watch along, you know, to see what's going on.
Mate, that's the thing. Like, I could never get my head around when Huddersfield went up and we were still in the Championship. Every time we lost on a Saturday, you'd have 1,000 Huddersfield fans tweeting you about blah 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 blah. We're like, hold on, you're playing Liverpool at Anfield. Why do you care what we're doing?
Yeah,
like, I don't care what you're doing at Liverpool. I couldn't care if you win, lose, or draw. Like, just grow up. What's wrong with you? Stop trying to manufacture some sort of rivalry.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So anyway, I think Wandy always back. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm just fishing for a reaction. But no, they do flop a lot in football. Right. Cheers for tuning in. I've got no comeback for that. Just another listener.
Not a satisfied customer again.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, cool. Barnsley, Nottingham Forest at Oakwell at the moment. As well, they're showing that on Sky as it goes. Barnsley are pretty much relegated.
Thank you.
Well, Barnsley are relegated. I don't think it's mathematically done, but they are relegated.
I think with goal difference after yesterday's results, it looks pretty nailed on, doesn't it?
Grim, yeah.
Pretty damning.
Oh no.
Right, purely selfishly, lads, and this might sound really petulant. I desperately want Brentford to mess it up for one reason and one reason only. I hate Tommy Franks. Absolute cretin of an individual. For his cheap shot of Alioski headbutting him in dugout at Ellen Road, to saying we were scared of them, to all the other nonsense he's come out with over time, I desperately want him to just mess it up.
It's been crazy, man. I mean, Stoke pulled out one of probably the best defence I've ever played. It had like remnants of when we played them. If Tommy Smith hadn't give us that penalty, I imagine that's what it'd have been like that game for us. But they held on. I mean, I were willing them on, and that entire Leeds fan base were as well. I bet.
Yeah, I didn't even wake up, to watch it. I just woke up. My watch with buzzing, woke me up, and it said 1-0 Stoke. So I was like, oh, I'll get out of bed at 5 and stick it on.
Yeah. Nuts. So teams are back out for the second half. Sky again. I've not got the sound on, so I can't tell them about. But they're showing quite some hefty photos of Jack Marriott. Again, looking heavy. I don't know if it's because I'm used to watching Leeds where they're all trim and looking extremely fit. But Jack Marriott looked heavy again there for me. Maybe I just watched too much Leeds.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, but he's not. Has he been playing a lot?
No, Cockle doesn't really seem to fancy him, does he?
See, he was prolific for Peterborough.
Yeah, well, we got linked with him, didn't we? I think we actually did a little bit of a sort of nibble at what he'd cost us, but I think he was too expensive, so he came to these instead.
Yeah, it's like Joseph soon. I mean, I know we were practically. I think he was up there and won, wasn't it? When
he was in March.
Well, was he?
He agreed a deal, and then literally jumped in his car, drove off, and agent rang Victor Orton and said, "We're off to Derby."
Well, I bet he's fuming. He's hardly featured, isn't he?
But same as Harvey Barnes as well, last summer.
I remember West Brom deal,
picked his squad number and everything, and then pulled it and went for West Brom deal. So
you got to feel for Orton there, because with people saying, "Was Plan B?" Orton turned around and said, "Well, where's your Plan B when your Plan A is sat in front of you, ready to sign a contract?"
Is he been playing at Leicester, Harvey Barnes? I wonder if that's another one Leeds could revisit at some point.
I think he was.
When
he first went back, he was playing a lot, weren't he?
Yeah, and I mean, like when he had that good run start of the season, he was playing every game.
I'd say sorry about that. Sorry, mate. Pavetta can turn on a 1-10 piece. His turn's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Is it started again?
Yeah, mate, it's on.
Right, okay. I'll catch you later.
See you, Rags. Take it easy, pal.
Later, Raggy.
Oh, bit of a bad pass that from Barry.
Yeah, enough players back though to be able to stuff this.
Struick.
I've been really impressed with him in that role there.
He's done well there.
He's probably he hasn't got the same range of passing as Calvin. That's for sure. But defensively wise, he's been good.
He's been in the right places, hasn't he?
I had a piss at side of him last year. I went to watch him get 23s against Sheffield Wednesday with Izzy Brown, and the outside toilets were just some portaloos, and I just had a pee, and he came in. He's a big bloke, like as in height. I didn't check him.
Well.
He's a big guy, like. So Derby set piece comes to absolutely nothing. Our mate Wandy Wexler Westland is now talking about comets in his comment. Comes around once every 12,000 years. It'll be around for about another 17 days. Brilliant. Nice insight. My wife confirms the comet story. There's a comet about. So cheers to that.
I know.
When West Brom fluffed it up, we were talking about cheese on the watch along. What's your favourite cheese?
Speaking about every 12,000 years, Kiko just caught a corner.
I know. I just saw that. Yeah.
Cheese is good, by the way.
Not a cheese connoisseur, really.
I'm not. I don't mind it on me burgers, but I'm not for these cheese boards and stuff. You know.
I'm a little bit of an uneducated swine when it comes to stuff like that. Like I joked on the podcast the other day, like I only had hummus about 18 months ago because I didn't know it existed. I'm not very like dipping bread in oil. I've never done that before.
And get yourself to like Bella Italia and stuff.
I know, mate. Yeah. Well, me and my wife went for a meal with some friends in Sheffield, and they brought it over, and I was kind of like, "What do you do with this?" And only when I watched me that sticking bread in it, I thought, "Oh, so that's what you do." Have a look at that.
Oh, go on, Tyler.
Tyler. I think he thought he were off or something. There was some sort of confusion there.
Should be bagging that.
Derby are a little bit of a better side with Wagon in team.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. And I don't really know why. I can't really tell you what exactly he brings, but...
Was that a bit of a confusion with keeper, do you think? Or...
Oh, look. No, I think Tyler Roberts expects to get a free kick on the call offside because Davis just runs straight in front of him, essentially.
Look at that. They're blowing, aren't they, Derby?
So, Shane, next year, positions in the team you'd target for transfer signings?
Depending on Kiko, which I think he'll go, then obviously a new goalkeeper, whether it to be number one, whether it to be competition with Melier. Need another defensive mid, just as cover for Calvin. When he drops out, you know, and it's tough in it because you're selling someone the thing of you're coming in to be second string to Calvin. So it's like what quality can you get there? I mean, it'd be nice if Forshaw, you know, could have a run and have a season with us because I think he's great when he plays, but it's a kind of signal, you know, on squad who we never see apart from 2 games a season. And then possibly a 9, but again, it's are you getting someone who's quality enough to play before Bamford, or if not, can you get anyone in who's good quality to play second string?
True. I think left back's something we've got to look at as well, unless Bielsa kind of hopes that Barry Douglas might get a good season, and obviously Leif Davis in behind, and then obviously got Dallas and Alioski who can both do a job there as well.
Yeah, it's like the options we've got are massive, aren't they? But just Douglas is the only special, like the real specialist left back.
Douglas is having a good game today.
He is, yeah. I'm really impressed with Juan Poveda so far. Jan Poveda, actually, I think it is, not Juan.
Yeah, I thought Douglas was brilliant against Blackburn as well.
Yes,
you know, after seeing him for so long, I thought he looked best I've seen him for a long time.
So one of the names mentioned is Swift from Reading in that midfield area.
I like Swift.
Good player, yeah. Be interesting though if we do get Swift in, what happens to players like Gotts and Shackleton? Obviously, the 23s are going to be playing in a better standard. They're going to be playing in Premier League 2. So,
go on, lad. Have him.
So positive, Poveda. It's a great pass again, by the way. He's got absolutely smashed off the ball there.
That's unlucky. That's a great pick out of that.
Positive as well, though. Again, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's obviously got a fair whack, but positive
He's got
again.
such a like a low centre of gravity, and he can weave in and out, and a bit like, you know, Santi Cazorla. I mean, I'm not saying he's exactly like him, but that's that sort of vibe.
He could be a bit of a dark horse going into the Premier League season, maybe. I mean, that's a bit naughty from Davis, to be honest. I know it's slowed down to the 27th degree, like, but
then whoever it falls on top of him,
he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He'll be all right.
Bit of a rub of the knee there. He's all right. Look,
be nice to have an out and out 10.
Yeah, you know, Buendia's been mentioned, hasn't he? Quite heftily.
I've heard he's got a bit of a bad attitude though, but Buendia.
We also sort that out on that running track.
Yeah, you can leave it over there.
Ice Cream Man's here. It's become customary now that whenever I do a watch along, Ice Cream Man turns up. Yeah,
just a bit of a throwback. This word on the grapevine is that the Cowleys are talking to Bristol City.
Oh, really? Is that why they've bulleted them?
Maybe.
Do you know something? The Cowleys probably gone in there, looked at how much of a mess Huddersfield is at minute with people on big contracts and thought, I'll cut my losses and go to Bristol. Do you know something? They could get a tune out of Bristol. Because Bristol are not a bad side, really. It's just they never seem to be able to maintain it under Lee Johnson for whatever reason. They always start all right, but never seem to be able to finish it off. And
they always come up a little short, don't they?
Yeah, good one. I think in Naki Wells as well, they've got like a bit of a Dwight Gale type championship striker there.
Yeah,
we were looking at
like premium championship stock, isn't he?
Yeah, we were looking at Naki Wells, weren't we?
Yeah. I wouldn't have minded him probably in championship, apart from his Bradford links and his Huddersfield links. But there's no way you can cut it in the. How's that not a free kick on Alioski, by the way?
Oh, get out! How's that?
It's 1-0 Derby.
He's offside?
No, it counts, but it was a little bit lucky, to be fair, a bit fortuitous. But I thought it was a foul on Alioski in the build-up there. I think Alioski's making
it. Mental.
Watch this here, watch. That's a foul to me, that. Alioski gets his body in way and gets his legs
and deflects off Ayling as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky there, but hey, do you know what? Only chance they've had, really. That's it. Leeds a nail on to win now. The Lager and Limo. Yeah, it's 1-0 Derby.
What happened?
That happened. Cursed it now with Chris Martin.
Yeah. The thing is that if we lose to Derby now, they're going to try and spin it in such a like.
Oh yeah.
You're leaving without a win at Pride Park, and it's like you're playing against half of us under 23s.
Watch Bielsa chuck big guns on. He'll not be happy about losing. He'll not be happy about losing at all.
Oh, Barry Douglas, stop it. Oh. That's how you pass it back.
Come on.
Still plenty of time to get some out of this game, though, by the way. We've been the better side.
Yeah. If we get Harrison and Bamford and click on 100 to 101, it'll be.
Yeah, I think first one I'd make at the moment is probably Harrison for Alioski.
Go on, Pablo.
He's got a bit more quality, hasn't he? Chance here.
Yeah!
Come on! He's done it again! He's done it again!
That's how you respond.
Good for him.
Tell you what. It's all about that, Gary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's his kid's name, isn't it? He kisses.
Oh, look at that for a pick out from Paveda again.
Yeah, Paveda's been my man at match so far, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, Paveda's been brilliant. I think Struick is right behind him.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
Get it
It's all
up, yeah.
about lime lollies, that's all it is. Get these in, we score. Simple.
Cracking finish that.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Knows what net is, doesn't he?
A few comments starting to stream in a little bit. Lee Gold up. The lolly strike. Martin Adams, lucky lolly there, Gary. Yeah, it's the neon green lollies. That's it. So 57 minutes gone. Leeds 1, Derby 1. No, Laris making a point. It's the lollies.
Oh, you know, how is Twitter free? I don't get it.
It needs not to be, doesn't it? They need to put
It's like Rooney will be asking for Pablo's shirt after this.
I'll tell you something. Derby's left back. I'll be happy to see Bakary and Paveda because he's absolutely blooming tall in the new one all day.
He's had him on toast, hasn't he?
Mm. The thing is, as well, Paveda looks like he should be playing for under 12s, not the first team. He's only tiny, isn't he? He's here now. Look.
I'll tell you what.
Just so positive and Pablo.
Hernandez.
Bring back Pablo. Where's Pablo gone? What happened there?
Who was that? Someone's wearing, probably Rooney wearing Pablo's shirt.
Gaz, get a stash of them in the freezer for next year, Mucker. And Jimmy, hold on. Oh, there we go. Jimmy, new Adidas away strip, rumoured to be lime green.
Yeah, I think Philay said it was going to be the blue and green of the Thistle.
Oh, go on, put him in. Oh.
Dallison down the right.
And I did see a mock up like maybe 2 or 3 months ago that was that style of green and blue.
Yeah, the Thistle Hotels one.
I think Philay commented on that as well and said that the photo that was doing the rounds didn't exactly do it justice. So I think that tells you that
that's the one.
That is it, yeah.
Be a nice little throwback. I mean, people said they didn't like the black one or the pink one, but like this record sellers or something.
Yeah, record selling away shirt, yeah.
So I like the black one. You know, the pink one's all right for me. I mean, I don't have it. I just got this one this year. But I'd love to see the yellow and blue back. You know, like last season,
last season was lovely. That yellow one.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to Matt Jones on Facebook, Berardi's on the bench with a brace on his knee, so that's not a great sign.
It's not good, is it? It's unfortunate as well.
Yeah, it's just a bit innocuous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose that it brings home the fact that that's what like Lyle Taylor and Ayala and stuff like that, and Rudy Jested from Middlesbrough. We don't want to play because contract's up and I want a different club.
Yeah, true.
It's just more testament to Berardi's character for Leeds for me.
I do think the club will look after him. Like I do think he'll get a new deal.
I think they'll look after him until he's ready to move on.
Yeah, or they might just give him a year. Year with us.
Well, in Alioski.
You know, it's probably just good to have around the place. Pablo's rolled that horrible tackle well.
Look at that. Dummy. Ooh, we'll have a corner. Alioski. Brilliant.
That Bogle's like a budget Luke Ayling, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ooh, should have been a throw-in.
I think he's got a free kick, can he?
The free kick is a give. Practically a corner, isn't it?
Oh, cheeky little flick there from Tyler. Matt Jones credits Berron Cross as his source for Berardi being on bench in a brace.
Let's have a look. Penalty to Southampton.
Who they playing?
I'm sure they were playing Bournemouth.
Basement battle. Yeah, there's pictures now on Sky of Berardi here.
Yeah.
Oh, Ings missed that penalty, but he scored it in first half.
Oh, did he?
He's having a great season, his Ings.
Yeah. So
England
such a shame with
call
Euros
up,
getting
maybe?
cancelled. Yeah. I thought it'd at least been in and around squad.
You'd have thought so with the form he's in.
Yeah, and as much as I hate to say it, that Greenwood from Scum looks top quality as well for a forward.
Only young as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
Greenwood, yeah.
looks really good. I think 18 maybe.
You need to harness like talent like that, don't you?
Yeah, frustrates me so much. When they come through at them, that I can't fully get behind them. I can't like them.
I can't like him.
He is. Stuart again. Great pass. Oh.
I've been really impressed with Sturrock. He looks much more comfortable today than the other day.
Yeah,
looks natural, doesn't he?
Solid. Looks solid.
Mm.
And Pavard. I think Pavadar's man at match for me today.
I agree.
What a ping.
Just as he gets it now, get at him. He's very positive. He just took that bloke's life again there.
And has he got a corner? No.
I bet that fullback can't wait to see back of him. Victor now, bless him. Looks like he had a skinful last night.
Have you heard what Bamford said? Where he says, "If we're going up, I don't want to see a drop of champagne left in these bottles."
Yeah, that's what.
And then James Mooney
said it on Friday.
Yeah. James Mooney had to stop
going out
to the fans. Brilliant. Big rads.
Aye. I'm a bit gutted he got rid of the tortoise shell glasses that he had for a long time. They're kind of his trademark. Gone now, aren't they? Just nip back in a minute, lads. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Is there a big following over in Seattle?
For Leeds? Not that I know of. There's a boy not far from me, but that's like a Liverpool supporters one, and that's massive. And I after that I then went searching for a Leeds one, but I can't. I've not found one. That's like a designated Leeds supporters boy.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you from then? Are you in Leeds?
Just outside Midfield, basically.
Right.
It's just you know what you know where Midfield is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've moved to it, shall I say?
I think my dad lived in every area of Leeds. Like whenever we drive through, he's like, "Yep, lived there when I was." So he's probably lived where you are.
Yeah. I tell you what, to say that we've made all these changes, we're pretty much the better team, aren't we?
Yeah, still looks no different in terms of how we play.
I'd imagine he'll bring someone. I hope he brings Bogus on. It'd be nice to see Bogus play.
Yeah.
What would you bring him on for? Stuart?
You don't want to take Pablo off, do you?
No.
Probably Shaq's the only one.
Yeah.
Shape looks a lot better, because Thursday night was so weird to watch, as which constant change in shape we had.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen Leeds look so in disarray. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That game Thursday night, it was just crazy, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Just ground it out.
Yeah, I was in a business call for the second half, so I just had it on mute in background.
Yeah.
And boss chipped up at end and went everything all right with you, Shane? I've not heard from you. I was like my head's just in my ass with the game, to be honest.
Well, lads, I'm not a champagne fan, but I just thought I'd treat myself to one.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
I'm gonna go get a bottle in ready for Wednesday for watching the game.
Nice.
I work nights, so I won't be able to watch it on Wednesday.
Oh, you bugger.
Never.
I know.
Nightmare. That's the thing. Like my role at minute, I don't work nights anymore. It's an absolute blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I only work 3 nights a week. Can't complain at that.
Wow, that's like vinegar.
Go on, Ian. Yeah. Oh, he's done him. He's done him.
He's just a bit of a pest, isn't he? I really like it.
Yeah. He's Pablito, isn't he?
Just a bit of a pest. I like him. I just a little bit of something about him, hasn't he? What a ball that is by Aitlin, by the way.
And like looking at him today, it's weird how it took him so long, to get get in with first team after he were on bench at Millwall game.
Yeah. Apparently, didn't he fall out of favour with Bielsa? Or was it just
a little bit, yeah. He came in and made the bench, didn't he, straight away, and then.
Come on, Pablo, get there, lad.
Well done, lad. And then just couldn't get back in for whatever reason. Maybe he just weren't quite doing it. So I don't know.
He was an handpick, wasn't he? From he was handpicked, wasn't he? But that's his onside there.
He's onside there, I must say. Tyler's off, but he's not in the phase of play anyway. So are we on for the second ridiculous drinks break? Yeah, we are.
You can see there, looking at Pablo there, the difference from that photo that he was on about.
Yeah.
I
He looks trim as out, doesn't he?
But Pablo's a Marlon.
Say again, Shane. Sorry.
He's a Marlon, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't want to wax too lyrical, but I'm really impressed with Poveda. Obviously we Costa getting that whacking ribs on overnight. I'd like to see him start against Charlton again as well on Wednesday. Give him a couple of games back to back and see how he gets on. Very encouraging. Sit down, Victor. Calm down.
I know.
Do you know something? When Victor, when we were having a bit of a rough spell before Bielsa came in, he couldn't even leave his flat in Leeds because he was getting abused. And now, look, he's become like the unofficial mascot of the Premier League promotion, hasn't he?
He'll always be immortalised as, part of the team that took us up. I mean, that's it now. It's edged in history.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, without getting all soppy and stuff, they should, I don't think they'll realise it until the season's over. What an accomplishment that they've done. True.
Very true. I was chatting to the lads from the Square Ball this morning on Twitter, actually.
We
were saying the same thing, that, it's incredible that we've been able to sort of witness this. And like essentially we are living through what will be Leeds United history. Because all these players, particularly, your Pablos and Liam Coopers and people like that, will go down in Leeds United folklore forever. I mean, look at what we've seen now with Jermaine Beckford. He's on everything that you possibly can get, anything Leeds related, whether it's Sky or TalkSport or whatever else. So
is that goal is immortalised. I mean, I remember it going in, like I say, on my desert holiday, and I'm sure the bad guys.
Oh, that's a bit naughty.
Ooh.
Don't hurt Ben White.
Our sweet prince.
Look at that. Club rank first in everything.
What a player. We're not going to get the opportunity either on the Wednesday night for him to do that extra long clap to the crowd, whether you know that he's going to stay or not.
Yeah.
Eddie Nketiah against Birmingham when he went and had a very long clap to the away fans. You're like, yep, he's on his way.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah. Yeah, you just knew, didn't you?
Fabian Delph was the one that hurt me.
Yeah.
When I saw him giving the long clap.
Right, there's 6 million?
6
million.
To Villa?
His
Yeah,
talent,
to
his
yeah.
talent in League One was a joke.
Yeah, it were.
When he
Yeah,
first came-
ridiculous. Yeah. I remember us playing at Brighton where they had that crappy stadium with Dean playing track around it, and he absolutely had their life all day.
Yeah.
What was he, 16 as well?
Yeah.
And it was like he's just running the park.
There were a point where the camera clipped back to Gus Poyet and he was just clapping him. It was ridiculous. Lucy Ward said though he's a right pest. She used to get phone calls regularly off like his head teacher saying he's head butted someone or something stupid like that. But he's had some career, hasn't
he? He has, yeah.
Yeah.
Another megs for Pablo.
That's 2 this game. I'll tell you what we haven't seen this game, lads. The alien clock. Yeah, it's on happened, does it?
Oh, go on, Jamie Shack.
Oh, good feat. I'd like us to win this just to
rub it in.
Just because it's Derby.
Yeah.
And
the whinging moaners. Oh, he's making it again! Oh, Pablo!
That's disgusting. That should be illegal.
Took his life away from him again.
The man's got a family.
That's just mental.
That's full well. That's going to be on admin.
We're listening to Under the Cosh earlier on with Gavin Rayon, and he was saying that Henrik Larsson once megged him from 15 yards away. That was a bit like that.
Amazing.
He said
some player he was.
He said he got a 2 in the ratings in the paper.
Oh,
Derby in around the back here. Oh, Alioski, a bit of an unconventional clearance.
No fouls.
The other kid's fouling Alioski. He's got a right handful of his shirt. Bogle.
Ooh, there we go.
That's twice in a game there where Kiko's caught it.
Yeah, there's an omen going on here. Isn't it?
Look at Pablo there. That's just ridiculous. And then out to old Jan.
Pablito.
Who's going to now steal that child's life.
I'd hate being a Derby fan watching this with everything that's gone on over the past few days, and then Derby Joe must be throwing the rope over the rafters.
The thing is, we've been pissed for 3 days. We've played as second string, and we've still bossed them.
It's crazy, isn't it? Did you hear I think was it a Chelsea fan that rang up after? He goes, "Oh yeah, Leeds. I think they'll go straight back down. We've not even made a transfer. Not even watch us play."
909 had to go. Chris Sutton and somebody else were saying exactly the same thing. Chance here. Yes! Get in! Get in!
Who was that? Was that Pablito?
No, Jamie Shack.
No, I mean that played the ball through.
Yeah, of course it was, yeah. Who else is it going to be?
Yeah.
There it is. Get in!
Chuff for Jamie Shackleton. I'm right chuff for him.
Jamie Shack, brilliant.
First senior goal as a champion, as a Premier League player.
Tyler Roberts, who played the ball.
Was it?
Oh, Tyler Roberts, brilliant.
Yeah, well, yeah. What a good run from Shackleton, by the way.
Yeah.
On blindside at defender there. He don't even realise. He don't even realise he's making it run off him, does he?
Look at that. He didn't even look. He didn't even turn his head, did he? Tyler Roberts.
Did you see Did you see Phil's article? I think it was yesterday in the Athletic about the Millwall player Michael Morrison, and he talked about that game where we were 2-0 down at Ellen Road and we came back and beat them 3-2. Millwall this year.
Game.
No, I didn't. I didn't see that article.
Really, really interesting article. He said the thing is with Leeds, he says you can stand and watch what they do. He says, and you can prepare to do something about it. He says, but when they're actually playing the game, he says it's so difficult. He says because the movement off the ball, he says, is just frightening. He says you just can't. He says you switch off for 1 second, and you've got 2 runners on you. He says it's just so difficult to. Yeah,
it must be so taxing, like mentally, as well as physically, just having to be switched on for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
as well as doing the running as well.
Oh,
that's it. Oh, he's took 1 off. I'm gutted.
He's had a good game, to be fair.
He has had a great game. Man at match for me.
Give good account of himself.
Yeah, you're right, Shane, and that's exactly what he also says in the article about. He says exactly that. He says that it's just so physically tiring. He says constantly having to be switched on and getting moved about. He says and like trying to maintain your own shape and stuff. He says it's an absolute nightmare.
Just imagine.
Go on. I think you're going to make the same point as I was going to make. Then, Danny, go on.
Imagine being that left back now.
Exactly. Glad to make the same point. Oh God! God's sake.
Is he allowed to do that? Can you bring on another fast player? Look at him.
He's got his tails up a little bit now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Harrison's new hair, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a bit sus, isn't it? Obviously, speaking from a highly follically challenged environment.
I know what you mean. I had long flowing locks before this season started.
Again, I blame Leeds. Look, I look 48. I've got no hair. I blame Leeds.
The Leeds life expectancy is low for a reason.
Yeah.
Look at this now. Just playing little tiny triangles.
Oh,
Harrison at the back stick. Barry Douglas to mop up after. Oh, he's offside. It must be that bit there, though. You know, if say he's not offside, the ball's come to Harrison, the defender thinks I've done enough to put him off, and then directly behind Harrison is Barry Douglas just waiting to put it back into Earth Locker. Just relentless, aren't we? We've got us. No. It's Derby playoffs all over again.
Oh, great save.
Stands up long enough to me.
To be fair, look how many players he had round just before he struck the ball.
To be honest, if I were Derby, I'd be a little bit disappointed he couldn't bob it through his legs because Kiko's got the most bowed legs I've ever seen on a human.
Wrong counter here. Go on, put him in. That's it. Jackie Harrison.
On the right now. Yeah. We're on the left.
To Shaq. To Shaq.
Football accumulators.
Come on, Tyler.
They've tweeted Leeds United under 14s go 2-1 up at Derby.
Love it.
Who's put that?
Football accumulators on Twitter.
Like even that, they get a chance. Kiko makes a good save, to be fair, and then immediately 2 passes later, we're in their box.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Chris Mike's got a little roll hanging over his shorts.
There's literally, you know what, on Derby's official account on Twitter, it's just Leeds fans saying our under 14s are beating you. And it's not wonder, even Villa fans are giving them grief.
Well, that's Shaq's first goal for us, isn't it?
Yeah, first senior goal.
Yeah.
He scored quite a few 23s, though, didn't he?
Yeah. Here comes Marriott.
Again, looking fat. I don't want to be that person, right? Because I'm fat myself, but he looks fat.
Ben White.
I'm scared to stand up, Gary.
Mate, why do you think I'm always sat on a beanbag just slightly lower than the camera?
Oh, my days. So unlucky that.
I'll be interested to see if he chucks Bamford on for Roberts.
He's coming on now, isn't he, Bamford?
Oh, is he? I must have missed that. I must have just been looking at the comments.
Yeah, he'll bring Roberts off, I imagine.
I'd like to see Boguts. Just like to see him get a run. Oh, yeah. Barry Douglas, what a ball. Alioski offside. Imagine my shock that Alioski's offside.
Name 2 things.
There's a reason we nicknamed him last year Gianni Ali offside because I'll be honest, I love the guy, but at times he irritates the living daylights out of me because as a winger, there's no excuse for being offside. You can see across the line.
Yeah.
Sometimes as a striker, you can go, all right, yeah, fair enough. I just made the run a little bit early, but you can see across the line. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah, and you don't mind the odd time, but when he's just like 5 times in a row.
Yep. And them games when we really need to get back into it and we get to 89th minute and the ball's bang on and he just makes his run a little bit too early and strays offside, you should drive me mad.
Here comes Paddy.
What a season he's had, you know. He's had some absolute hammer as well, and what a season he's had.
Must have been so easy, you know, to drop his head at points, you know. And I think he typified it at Swansea after we scored, and that ball went into the corner, you know, and he sprinted and he won us a throw in. It was like everything that he does right, typified right there.
And the fifth goal against Stoke as well. The
Great
game's
finish.
done. We've won it, and you know, he makes that run off at shoulder, and then what a finish. So yeah, like what's he finished with? Well, what will he? Now I think he's on 16.
Yeah, 16. I think now.
16. Yeah, I mean, you know, I had a quick look a bit ago for one podcast we did. Yeah. I know it's a surprise. We do actually do research. And not Bielsa hasn't had many prolific strikers in any of his teams really.
No.
Over years, because obviously he sees them as a part of the mechanism, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But maybe I think one thing is for sure. Next year we do need more goals in the team from wide, from midfield, and we won't get 5 chances next time. So has Struijk gone back to centre half now?
It looks like he's next to Ben White.
Is that because Derby's gone 2 up front? Have we now gone 3 at back?
Yeah. He's having a day off. Is he
right wing and Alioski playing left wing back, I think.
Alioski taking piss there.
Again.
I'll tell you what, Barry Douglas has had a great game today for me.
Yeah, he's had a solid game, hasn't he? Look who's cursing there, Danny, with that comment.
I know, yeah.
I'll tell you something, this game's passed Wayne Rooney by. I've not seen anything from him where I was like, look at that, Wayne Rooney, it's amazing.
Did you see the Ben White's cheeky little dink? Just over in the 6 yard. Oh, here we go.
What a ball.
Oh yes! Get in! What did I say about him? What did I say about Clark? He's absolutely
we both said first half he's an absolute clogger, and he's just proved it there by just clogging it in his own net.
Great ball by Alioski.
He's living a lie with that fringe and all. It needs to come off that.
Yeah.
Hanging on to it.
Yeah.
Look at this.
What is he doing?
What is that?
What is he doing?
To be fair,
as a former centre half, even I don't think I've done that before. That's horrendous.
Just to rub it into Derby.
Yeah, I like it, the fact that it's Derby, but
yeah. What a great finish, though, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I bet he couldn't do it again. Oh, Bielsa, look at Bielsa.
Yeah.
Goal. Put a ball in when he's onside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
Game's beyond doubt now for them, surely.
This is amazing.
Look at Paddy going through.
I never thought I'd see us be good. I never thought I'd see us be good in my lifetime, I'll be really honest.
Go on, Dad. Go on. Look at him go.
He's had 17 Peronis overnight as well.
We want 4.
Fair play. A few comments coming in then, because I've been a bit... look at this guy here, bless him. Urban GoPro, lives out in France, but he's from Rosario, I believe. He's still got a Newell's Old Boy shirt for me, because I said on one of the streams that I'm going to buy myself a Newell's shirt, but they're quite hard to come by over in the UK.
I want one.
OG needs a long-term contract, yeah. I think he's like 3rd top scorer for us. Mark Jones says, fringe jealous. Nah, mate, I give that hope up many years ago. Martin Adams, the cook star.
Oh, Pablo! What you... Hey.
We'll let him have a day off every now and again, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is Pablo doing? Oh, it's a terrible pass from Pablo. To be fair, but it's probably the only one he's made all season, so we'll let him off. I hope they have to clap us off the pitch as well.
That's line
up again.
Yeah. I don't like him, Judd. No, Judd, get up. Yeah. Chucking peanut M&Ms at me. Yeah. You're having your dinner soon. Knock it off.
Have you... Oh, what a lovely day.
I'll tell you something. I've killed my phone the last couple of days with Twitter because it's just been absolute comedy gold for
My thumbs are killing. My thumbs are killing.
Yeah, I've never charged my phone as much in one day in my life.
I know, yeah.
Just constantly refreshing Twitter.
Oh, go on, Jackie.
I'll tell you what will be interesting to listen to. Bielsa's post-match presser. I wonder if he'll mention out about unlucky. I wonder if he'll mention out about Harrison's Harrison's next season loan. I wonder if he'll, because he doesn't hide out, does he?
Is it similar to the Costa deal? It's an obligation, or is it just with a view?
I think
it's just an option again.
Yeah, an option. Yeah.
I think according to Phil, he said that they're going to exercise it next season. Smart move, really.
Yeah, definitely, because it leaves a bit more money in coffers for other deals. But when I was looking at that San Lorenzo striker, Gacci, I think, apologies if I'm murdering his name. I think it's only like they only wanted €3 million for him or something. That's just stupid. That Argentinian international, €3 million. That's just wild.
Isn't set up in it national team.
Mm.
And we've been linked with a centre. Oh, well done, Struick. Well done.
Leeds United are taking the piss.
With is it Quarta from?
Quarta, yeah. This is brilliant. Pablo strolling about in middle of the park with a pair of slippers and a cigar on go, just megging folk, spraying 10-yard balls. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, Quatra, I think it's called, isn't it? Quarter.
Yeah, is it River Plate?
Yeah, River Plate.
River Plate.
What's the record for Magnuts in a game?
I don't know. Pablo's got 4, I think, in this game from what I've watched.
One of them, and that one where he put into the box was just disgusting.
And it was quite a way away as well. It's quite hard to
Yeah.
from the distance, isn't it? I'll tell you something, like,
Derby's on beach, aren't they?
Derby have been awful, aren't they? But we've been pretty impressive, to be honest. Without being amazing, we've been pretty impressive. Another decent-ish ball by Alioski into a good area.
We'll have a corner.
I'll tell you something, another one. Let's have another.
I know, let's just rub it in.
Patrick Bamford, let's tick towards them 20 goals.
Yeah.
Man at match and lads, who would you have?
I'd say Paveda for me, or Struick. Well, but then again, there's so many. Pablo as well.
Shame.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pablo. I don't think I've seen him put a foot wrong. Goal. Magnuts for days.
Yeah, I'd agree. But mentioning dispatches for Paveda and Struick as well. I think Struick's looked good today, to be honest. I'll be honest, it actually surprised me a little bit. Not because
Paddy's in.
Hold on, Paddy's in. Not because I was surprised that he's got talent, but I'm actually surprised at how composed he looks in that holding role there. Ha! Look at the blooming Candy Crush knobhead.
It looks like someone's put a face mask on an egg.
He'll be remortgaging something after this in anger for an excessive amount.
Selling himself his stadium again. Oh, sit down.
Che Adams has just scored for Southampton.
Has he?
Yeah, Bournemouth had equalised, but it got disallowed for VAR at 93rd. And then
big derby, that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's derby. Bournemouth pretty much down now.
Wow.
Do you think he'll stay at Bournemouth? Do you think Eddie Howe will stay? Yeah, do you reckon he'll stay?
I think he might. He's a bit like the furniture there, isn't
he? Yeah. I'm not sure where else he'd go. I think his stock's dropped a lot over last season and a half as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's living off that promotions, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he went to Burnley, didn't he? And it didn't work for him, did it?
They were poor at the time.
Well, would you nick if anybody from Bournemouth if they went down?
Callum Wilson.
Good shout.
Josh King.
Josh King,
Josh
would be a
King,
good
yeah.
shout.
Yeah.
Lewis Cook.
Ake, oh.
Alioski's
Who
just
was
megged
that?
somebody now. Alioski's just megged Wayne Rooney.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Just soak that in. Gianni Alioski. Oh, it's a penalty.
Oh.
Gianni Alioski has just megged Wayne Rooney. What about the kid Chris Mepham?
Is he centre back?
Centre back, yeah.
Where did they get him from originally? Was he from Brentford?
Yeah, I think he was, mate. Yeah.
You know what? I haven't watched enough of him to form a solid opinion.
Yeah. Ball playing centre half. Like a crap Ben White.
Yeah. They always look dodgy at back. You know, like whether that's testament to how they set up or whether that's testament to the actual players.
Yeah.
Whenever I watch them, they just look so shaky at back.
It's terrible. Oh, he's not happy. Got Pablo just laughing away. A sweet Spanish prince. You know Cocu? Do you think he looks like the child catcher? He looks like the child catcher out of
Somebody said that in the comments earlier. I did a little bit of a right smile, yeah. He looks like the child catcher out of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
He does, doesn't it? It's the nose.
I can't see it ever really working for him at Derby, if I'm honest.
Nah. Do you know, I read something when he got appointed, and he was basically saying that no matter where he's gone, it's not really worked for him. So I can't. And they were saying that I can't really see it working, but then they went on a little good run, didn't they?
Yeah, he's done what he did at PSV. He's brought a few of the youngsters through. Ben's back. Brought a few of the youngsters.
There's a laugh, this, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't keep going through it. The commentary's loud as shit. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it's just a friendly game match now, isn't it? I can't believe it. We've been on piss for 2 days, and they're the ones blowing.
Yeah, who's been your man at match, Ben?
Probably Pablo.
Kiko.
Just wasting time now. Yeah, there we go.
Well on that. Easy.
Ben, I'm going to mute you because that's really loud.
I'm going to go anyway. I just popped in to say hello. See ya.
See you, pal.
Yeah.
So that's it. Leeds United 3, Derby 1. Played a load of children. Never really got out of third gear because we didn't need to. Derby are fat. And a bit a lot. Chuff for Jamie Shackleton to score.
Yeah, mega.
Matt Clark needs to shave that fringe off. That's about the summary, really.
He's only kidding himself there.
He is, isn't he? Rooney did nothing in the game.
No, I don't remember him like affecting it at all.
No, anything there. Weren't even really too sure where he was playing. Interesting bit of footage there. Radrizzani mooching down tunnel side by side with Marcelo Bielsa. So, I wonder what they're talking about.
Hopefully, his contract.
Back on piss then now. And his iron brew, and they'll be at it. Calvin on there now with matching Berardi leg braces. Thanking everybody.
I can't wait. I'm checking the admin straight away.
Lads, to summarise that, we didn't even really need to get out. This is amazing. Look what we're seeing now. We are going up. Flags being adorned by Leeds fans at Derby. Adam Forshaw there as well. Yes, that'll piss some people off.
I'm telling you now.
Looks a bit. Oh, look at this. This is brilliant. Digital Wilson there. Look. This is brilliant. This is amazing. And a bottle of champagne in Elder Costa's hands as well. So Leeds having a little bit of a celebrate. It doesn't look too great for Berardi though. That looks a pretty hefty.
Oh, they've cut it off.
Cut it off. Pablo.
Have you drunk you?
Yeah.
Drunk it all?
They were horrible. You wouldn't have liked it. I like vinegar. There we go. Look, Leeds shaking champagne on the pitch. This is amazing.
Honestly, this is
amazing. Oh, just inject Derby straight into this. This is amazing.
Oh my God.
You what?
Oh yes. Get in.
Love
my God.
On
I tell you what.
Pitch.
Oh my God.
Lee Davis. Fullback.
Oh, Kiko as well.
Do you know something? After the way Derby celebrated at Ellen Road after beating us, this is just pure
100%.
It's just pure trolling. I love this. Quick, press record. I want to watch this back again. This is amazing. I'm absolutely buzzing with this.
That's ace.
Oh, there's 4 bombs and everything. Oh, get in.
Oh, flare. There's a flare.
Oh, this is amazing.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just shouting at myself.
Look at that pyro on the pitch. Incoming fine.
Oh, just amazing.
I tell you what,
amazing.
Vader shows that he's buying into the club.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. That's so good. It's just, this is the best trolling I've ever seen. Just absolutely mocking Derby on their own pitch. Oh, Paveda's got both his knees iced, which is interesting. I wonder if there might be a bit of shin splints or something like that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I bet being a non-Leeds fan seeing this, I bet
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Derby are going to be fuming. I hope somebody has a shit in changing room. Just to top it off. Just to finish it off. Pure revenge.
Mate, that's amazing.
So good.
Pyros.
Hey, Kiko's got a pyro now. It looks like it's coming out at bottle. Oh no, he's holding it on top.
No pyro, no party.
Stewie Dallas just on a minute, just asking him if it's sunk in yet that he's going to be a Premier League player next year. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Oh, you know, there's an account called "We All Hate Leeds Fans."
Yeah, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, God, let's find that.
I'll tag you in it. Right. And it's set up by a Brentford fan, I think.
Oh, bless him.
And his handle is Leeds fans are cancer.
That's a bit hard.
How much did Leeds pay Derby for this then? Wow, so embarrassing.
What?
Yeah. I've just tagged you in it, right?
Wouldn't be so bitter. Don't fluff it in the playoffs, will you? Lee Goldup's just made a great point. It's going to bob it up on the screen. Hold on 1 sec. Haha, Derby just got pumped by pissed up Leeds reserves. Amazing. Lads, talking about finishing the story and creating a rhetoric and all that. After all the carry on from Derby after winning a playoff semi-final that they then went on to lose the final, how much of a big middle finger is it to Derby and Mel Morris?
It's the biggest one. Knowing what I know now, I'd happily live through last season again. Do you know what I mean? Because this time round, it's so much sweeter. I mean, can you imagine Big Keith Ohm watching this with his Derby shirt on?
I know.
Turning red, watching, you know what I mean?
Amazing. Richard Keogh trying to find his kneecaps.
Yeah. And his hair.
Just, yeah, wow. I get to do it all again Wednesday.
I know.
Get to do it all again Wednesday with some more celebration.
With
Andrea Radrizzani on pitch now. A few at Leeds players have gone full John Terry and got fully adorned in strips, but fair play, I would as well.
That's amazing.
I think they might be sober enough for Wednesday. maybe?
No.
Maybe we'll see some like under 12s turn out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We've just had a full strength derby team, 3-1, with us under 14s.
Amazing. Liam Cooper on box now. I'm gonna have to watch all this back because obviously I turn the volume down.
Yeah.
At what point did Liam Cooper decide that he was a Leeds fan? Because I don't remember. I don't remember when he first came that being being out there.
He's from Hull, isn't he?
Yeah, but he claims that when he was a kid he was a Leeds fan. I'm not doubting him. I'm just saying that it's only really come to light in the last 6 to 8 months.
I knew he were from Hull, but I didn't realise he were.
Well, he started at Liverpool, didn't he? He was a Liverpool kid.
Was he?
No. Sorry, I'm mixing him up with somebody else. No, Hull, Chelsea, us, weren't it? Hull, Chesterfield, us.
Yeah.
Camille Myazak. My wife's just asking who he is in orange.
Polish lads.
I wonder if he'll get a new. Oh yeah, Polish lads. Yeah. I wonder if he'll get a new deal, Myazak.
Clicks breakdancing apparently.
Yes. It's amazing. It's just like a week-long party. It's so good.
Honestly, that is the best and biggest shithouse I've ever seen.
Yes, it's so amazing. I need to get in touch with a guy from the Football Bloggers Awards who wanted to kill me because I gave him some Derby stick.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Inject it into the fattest vein you can find in my arm.
I'll tell you something as well. So good for Pablo to come back and have a performance like that after he looked quite peeved to be took off in last game.
Yeah.
Get that.
At Pride Park as well.
Oh, it's so good. One pervaded. Don't look old enough to be opening bottles of champagne. Amazing.
Oh, the only thing I'd top it off now if Click did the binoculars.
Oh, I need to follow that. We all 8 Leeds fans. It's amazing.
Honestly, it's amazing, isn't it?
Amazing. So, what's planned for the rest of the day then, Shane? I got stuff to do, or
no, mate, nothing. I'm gonna crack some beers open soon.
Yes.
And just see where days takes me. Probably just watch Leeds videos on YouTube again.
Yeah, I'll be doing something similar. I think the Square Ball are doing a. So when we got beat the grief cast, I think they're doing like the happy cast. So they're going. Them guys are going live. So maybe tune into them guys. That'll be a good balance and good fun. So yeah, man. Right, Danny, Shane, thank you very much for joining us on this Premier League watch along against Championship derby. It's been an absolute pleasure, all the way from the United States of A. Mate, look after yourself out there. Keep in touch, and we'll get you on again and have a chat again. And Danny, thanks, mate, from just up the road. It's been a pleasure. Cheers to everybody who's tuned in again. Watch along. We'll be back again on Wednesday to see Leeds United lift the Championship trophy at Ellen Road against Charlton. And I'm sure there'll be some more debauchery and fun there. So a big thanks to everybody who's tuned in. Really appreciate it. All the comments, all that type of stuff. I'm going to go celebrate Leeds being in Premier League.
Yeah. Cheers, Gary.
Cheers, Shane. Thanks, mate. Thank you so much.
Yeah, cheers. See ya.
Peace.